Haha, just like always, microphones don't work. What's up, guys? Welcome. Another Dumb Show is back for now a little bit. I hope you guys had a great time. Welcome to another Dumb Show. It's I don't know what's today, Sunday, July 13th. Good to see you guys here. A few people are here actually watching live. I wasn't expecting anybody to even come here at all. But it's good to have you guys here. I see we got Boomer there, Rich, Roberta, Robert, A, and Drew S. So thank you guys for joining so quickly. I was not expecting anybody to have notifications turned on or anything like that. So welcome to the new setup. I know things are looking a little bit different here. You guys are probably used to seeing a different background here. But part of the reason I had to retool everything is because I'll just jump right into it because I'm sure that's I noticed my last issue or episode had a lot of views. So I'm assuming people were trying to figure out where I am and where I've been and what's been going on. So I figured I'd just jump right into it instead of wasting your time. Anyway, so I needed a break from content creation. I've been doing it for so long and so many years, and I really hadn't taken any breaks from it for a while. And I just needed to do some content consumption versus content creation. So I decided to take a little break. I didn't want to make a big thing out of it, so we just took a little break. And so during that break, I thought to myself, you know, part of the reason why it got to be such a pain in the ass to do the show for me was because of the way the studio was set up. It was obviously different than this. I had to completely... My whole living room would get destroyed. Not destroyed, but I have to drag a desk out way over here, and I would the TV. The other background was this TV that you guys can't see that's off camera here, but essentially the whole living room, you couldn't even walk through it. You had to step over wires and everything. It was just a complete cluster mess. It looked great on camera from the shot that I was giving you guys, but I had to completely just upend my whole living room. And so, when the kids came over or Brittany came over or anything, it was just a big pain in the ass, and it was uncomfortable for everybody. And so I decided I need to figure out a new way to get the studio set up. And I did. I bought myself a new desk and I put everything in the corner here, and I figured out a way to get the lighting going where you guys could see me and it would kind of just be dark behind me. So it wasn't like, I could make it to where you guys could see bright behind me if you wanted to, but it's really not much going on. It's a couch and a dog, and you'll see them hopping around from here and there. But so this is it. This is what another Dumb Show is going to look for a while here. I will, it should be easier for me in theory. It should be much easier for me to just fire things up now. Excuse me. Sorry, I've been smoking bleezies. Some things never change. Anyway, like I said, in theory, it should be much easier for me to have to fire everything up because I don't have to yank that big desk out. I don't have to set up the tripod for the camera. All that is already set up now all the time. So basically, I just have to turn it on and turn on the computer and then move a couple of things around and open up a few programs, and we're up and streaming. So it's good to hear. How does it sound? How does it look? Give me some feedback in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's a lot different than probably what you're used to, but I'm anxious to get your feedback on it and see what you guys think. I was just going to cut over to camera 2 and show you guys Darla and Clark, but I'm sure you guys probably saw them on the way in. But I thought it was kind of cool that I'm able to pull up these guys and it's still lit up, but then the way I was able to set up the camera, it's dark behind me. And Roberta says it sounds good and it looks good. And Ray, a lot of people saying nice to see you, that you're back. Angelina, nice to see you down. Mike Hawksmall he says welcome back. Rich says happy you're back. Ray says damn, I miss this guy. Hope life is well. And Angelina also says it looks and sounds good. And I see we still have some super fans in there and everything. So you guys are the best, man. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Seriously, it means a lot to your old pal Dumb. Let's see. Rich said he's got to go. He's on vacation in Destin, Florida, but he wanted to click in to join to make sure this was legit. See ya. Yeah, it is. It's legit. It's literally me. So Let's see. What do I do have some stuff to talk about. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering where Mikey is at a barbecue today. I gave him a call. Oh, you're getting a lot of commercials, Mike said. I wonder why. YouTube does. I don't know if they changed something. I don't know why if it's giving a lot of commercials. I apologize. I do have to turn the monetization on, otherwise it's a gigantic waste of time too, for me and you. But otherwise, yeah, I think they just run commercials intermittently. So hopefully, maybe you get one early and then it backs off for a little bit. Um, Angelina's saying usually I do today, but today I haven't. So okay, there you go. Um, Tracy says, how's the kids? What's up with Brittany? Kids are good. Kids are great. In fact, they're all doing really well. Keely is doing fantastic at her job as a phlebotomist. I think she just got moved up to some sort of management position or assistant manager or something like that. She works at a plasma center, and she's just doing fantastic. She's got a new boyfriend. When we started doing Another Dumb Show, she had one boyfriend. I don't know, like just over a year ago, probably now about, I don't know, 18 months ago, roughly, she broke up with that boyfriend that she had when we first started doing the show. And then now she has a new boyfriend who she's been with. They just celebrated a 1-year anniversary, and he's a good dude. I like him a lot. I like the last dude, and he ended up turning out to be not so great. But so maybe I'm not the best judge of character, but seemingly they were both doing a good job covering up some bad behavior. I think she was covering for him, but it seems like this new guy is great. They just moved in together, and dude plays guitar, and he's really into Super Mario Smash Brothers or whatever, or Super Mario Melee. So and she likes playing all those games and all that good stuff too. So she's doing great. Very happy for her that she just seems much happier. I don't know if it was just from being in a bad relationship before that she wasn't as happy, but now she just seems genuinely just much happier all the time. She's not as angry and not as I don't know. She's just not as moody. She just seems chill. It's great. Let's see. Oh, shout out, by the way, to Boomer. He was first. I skipped right over that. Forgot all my YouTube stuff. So give big ups to Boomer for being first. Good job, dude. What else is going on? Oh, the kids. Brady, my 16-year-old now, just started driving a couple weeks ago, or a month or two ago. I think I posted his picture on Instagram, but I noticed a lot of people seemingly don't use Instagram a lot. So where did I post that picture? On Another Dumb Show, or where is that picture? Let me pull up a picture of Brady. Pretty impressed with this kid. He's a great kid, and he's been doing really well lately. Where is my page? Here we go. Let's see how this desktop works here. Let's see if all this is still working, guys. Nope, wrong desktop. All right, so why did it do that? Hold on one sec. I think I can fix that. TI, what is that? 3? No. TI 1? No. TI 2? There we go. There it is. All right, cool. Good stuff. Let's save that. Oh, man. Angelina, a big superfan donation. Thank you. She said, so happy to hear you're doing okay. I apologize if people thought like something bad happened to me or something like that. I guess I should have done just like a quick little pop on or a short or something even. But I just needed a break. I just didn't want to there was like I just needed a break. But anyway, so yeah, there's a picture of my 16-year-old. He is up and running in a car now. That's Brady. He's doing really well. I'm very proud of him. Seems to be doing a good job. He's not allowed to drive on the highway yet. His mom won't let him drive on the highway. By the way, what a handsome kid this guy is. I mean, my goodness, look at that great hair. I mean, great face. He looks just like my mom, but with his mom's eyes, because he's got that kind of squintier eyes. his mom has that same idea when he, or same thing when she squints or smiles. She gets kind of squinty like that. So he's doing really, really well. He's in all the honors classes at school, all that good stuff. He's planning on going. If you could see in the picture here again, why did that do? Oh, that's the wrong one. What you can see in the picture here again, he's wearing a Navy shirt because that's what he wants to do. He's planning on joining the Navy. He wants to go to Annapolis and enlist as an officer and all that good stuff. So high, lofty goals for him. I've been on him about, he's got all like the mental stuff, like as far as he's got good grades, he's got a good head on his shoulders, he doesn't get in trouble, he doesn't smoke, drink, do any of that kind of crap. Now the only thing he needs to do is work on, and it wouldn't be another dumb show without Darla going hard on a where is that it wouldn't be hard without Darla going hard, or it wouldn't be another dumb show without Darla going hard on a squeaky toy over there. So guys, welcome back. But Brady, good head on his shoulders, stays out of trouble. He just needs to start working out. He's really good at running. He does marathon running with his mom, but he doesn't, he needs to pump some iron. He needs to get up to being able to do a certain amount of pull-ups, and he can't, I don't think he's even halfway there yet. So, need to get that going, need to get that fixed for him. So, but I'm very proud of him, as I am Keely, like I mentioned. And then Shay, my youngest, he's 13 now, getting ready to go into 8th grade. Just wrapped up baseball season, which is one of my favorite seasons of the year. While football is my favorite sport, watching Shay play baseball is I just love it so much. He's so into it. He loves baseball so much. I would say he's average to above average player. He's not like great. He's not, hitting home runs and pitching no hitters or anything like that. He's a normal kid and he does good, and sometimes he hits the ball. But one thing he doesn't do is strike out very often. He puts the bat on the ball recently, and he gets tons of walks. The kid is the best eye. It's surprising to me what a great eye he has, because I was so bad at baseball personally as a kid. I was so bad at it. I had really bad depth perception. I couldn't time the ball up at all. In fact, we just did it would be father-son, but it was actually just fathers and family, all the family, and then the baseball players doing a game the other day. So it was like all the kids who are on the team versus all the dads and a couple moms, and then there were like some brothers peppered in and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. It did get a little testy at the end because there was a dad there. So we do this whole game, right? It's supposed to be parents versus the kids. And then there's a couple brothers mixed in because the parents aren't there. Well, anyway, there's a dad there who brings his other son who's not on the team to participate, which I guess is okay. But the kid, God love him, I don't want to say he was a brat, because he wasn't a brat. He was just over enthusiastic about wanting to play. It was a little frustrating, and he ended up being a pitcher, and so none of the dads got to pitch to their own kid or anything like that, which is kind of it was a softball game, so it wasn't like you're trying to blow the ball by him or anything, but it would have been fun if the dads got to rotate in and pitch with their kids, but they didn't, because this kid was like adamant about pitching. And if it were my kid doing that, I might have been like, okay, fine. Shay, say it were Shay. I would have been like, Shay, or Brady. Say it's Brady because he's the other brother coming in. So I'd be like, Brady, yes, you can come participate. And if Brady was like, I really want to pitch, I want to be a pitcher, I would say, okay, guys, do you mind if Brady pitches the first inning? And then fine, he pitches the first inning. And then he's done after that. And then another kid or another dad would get to pitch. And then, so this kid pitches the first inning. And I hear there's some little girls that are like peppered in too. And I hear a couple of them mentioning that they want to pitch. And so I walk past the kid on the mound and I go, hey bud, I think some of the other girls might want to pitch. And he went, okay. And he literally went back and started pitching. And his dad, who was playing first base, watched the interaction, did nothing, said nothing. He didn't say a thing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, I thought the dad would kind of see me do that and just kind of realize I was being friendly with the kid and trying to help out the other girls and not trying to be a dick about it. I was actually very friendly about it. And the dad did nothing. And then the kid ended up, every time, so we all got the chance to bat as well. So that was really fun. But when we would bat, there were a ton of people. So there's only supposed to be 9 people playing, right? But there were literally like 15 or 16 dads and brothers and moms all participating in this. So the batting order is not what it's supposed to be. So you're lucky if you're going to get one at bat, essentially. So, and it was all kind of discombobulated and nobody wanted to step up and go first, or like everybody was kind of letting everybody else go first. Because nobody wanted to seem selfish and be like, I want to get up there or be all gung-ho. So all the dads were being kind of chill about going up to bat. So we were letting the kids go. Well, then we ended up batting around, or batting about halfway through all the people in the first inning. They got 3 outs, and then we got up again to bat. And the kid again tried to jump in front of the batting order again. He goes, well, I batted first last inning. And we're like, well, dude, all the other people have to bat. And it took all the other dads to say that to this kid instead of the parent saying it to the kid. And I'm not sure he's a fine dad or whatever, but I just noticed he can't tell his kid no. That's just one thing you need to be able to do as a parent, is in a group environment like that, where if you notice your kid is being a little bit extra enthusiastic, is the best way I can put it, you got to tell him no. You got to just say, no, dude, you can't do it. You already pitched first inning. You batted first. You know, it was just, this kid was, my Cocksmall says, sounds like a spoiled kid, the pitcher. It was kind of, you know, I don't know that he's spoiled or anything like that. It just seemed like he was getting his way a little bit too much, and you needed to back it off and tell him no. So that's that. It was an interesting time, but I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, I left out the best part, where it started to get a little testy. Or where I got a little testy. So after we finished the softball game, because none of the dads got to pitch to the kids and none of the kids got to pitch to the dads or anything like that, they said, let's have the dads face off against their sons. The sons can pitch and the dads can bat. And you can go pitch till you get 3 outs or you get a hit, whichever comes first. So, of course, you know who goes first. It's the dad and his kid. Of course, they go first. The pitcher kid that I was talking about. Of course, they go first. And they get 3 outs. Or the dad gets a hit. And that's when you're supposed to walk off. And then they changed it to now, all right, even if you get a hit, you get to come back and bat again until you get 3 outs. Which was like, okay, fine, we changed it. That's how it's going to go. Okay. So then we went to, Gabrielle said, is this real? Yes, it's real. I'm here. It just looks different. New studio setup. So I hope you like it. But anyway, so this dad goes back up. He bats and goes longer than he's supposed to. Then everybody starts going. We get a nice rotation of all the dads and the sons going for a little bit. And Shay is kind of like taking his sweet time. And I'm like, and it's starting to get late. We've been there for about 4 hours at this point. We're all hot. We're all tired. And I kind of yell over to say, hey, Shay, you got to take some initiative and tell one of the kids I want to go next. You know what I mean? Because he's just sitting there. He would have been dead last if I hadn't said anything. So he finally stepped up. And right as it was his turn, it turned out that little kid, the pitcher, well, he had to leave because he had to go to his actual baseball game. So the dad who was there apparently also had a couple other kids in addition to this kid who was the pitcher. So they jumped in line in front of Shea. So he had to sit through two little girls going up against their dad again. So I actually sat with my back to the game. I sat on the bleachers and with my back to the field, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I was talking to a couple of the other parents who were like down the hill, and the one dad looked at me and he goes, "We're leaving. We're not sitting through this guy batting with his whole family. It's not fair to all of us. We're just going to literally leave and go to another empty field, and we're going to pitch and bat by ourselves at another field." And I looked at the guy and I go, "I don't blame you. This is crazy the way this is going." And the coach came over to me and he goes, "Mr. Street, is everything okay?" And I went, "Yeah, everything's fine, man. Don't worry about it." I didn't make a scene to the coach. I was like, whatever. And then that was it. That was as escalated as it got right there. But I was just irritated. I was hot, tired, hungry. I was hangry, to be honest with you. I hadn't eaten. So I think I was just a little hangry at that point. But the father-son game, family-son's game went really well. It was a lot of fun. So got to do a fun father-son event with him. Been doing some stuff lately too. That's why I figured I'd go live too, because actually I have some stuff to talk about. That's part of the problem when all I'm doing is the show and weddings and working and driving for Uber. I got nothing to talk about other than bad Uber passengers. And that's always the same story. It's always they're late or they talk too much or they're super ghetto and you're worried if they're going to stab you in the back of the head or whatever. And I don't mean that like black people either. It's just anybody from the ghetto. There's white people, black people, Puerto Ricans, everything. Anybody who lives in some of the neighborhoods I go drive into. Oh, there's some people I'm so worried I'm going to get my head just cut off from behind or something. It scares the shit out of me. So I haven't been driving that much. I'm a little apprehensive to do it. Plus, it was just beating the hell out of my car too. So, but I've been really fortunate. The weddings have been great. I've had a really fantastic wedding season so far. I had like six or seven weddings in June, 6 weddings in June. It was a really busy month, and I got really great reviews on all of them, and very, very happy with the work that's been going on lately with the weddings. Been booking a lot of weddings. I got a bunch already booked for next year, so that's great. So before I get into all the stuff I've been up to, let me just peek over at the chat here. Let's see. Angelina put in that huge super fan donation. Thank you again so much. I appreciate that. Angie Horvath says, "Glad you're back. Missed you lots." Hoodie says he's been running Call of Duty with Mikey. Yeah, Mikey said he's been doing lots of Call of Duty lately. So let me pull this up too, just in case I see him pop on or something. I told him if he gets home from his barbecue early, he just fire it up on his iPad like he normally does. It should work fine. And Michael Lucas says, "Longtime fan of you, Dumb. I'm sure you've answered this previously, but have you reached out or been contacted by Rover since Dieter's departure about maybe going back?" No, not at all. I think that ship has sailed, to be quite honest with you at this point, probably from both ends, to tell you the truth, because, they were kind of done with me and my shenanigans and my anger stuff. Because I was still dealing with all that. Like, it's kind of really leveled itself out now. I had meds and all that shit. And so anger management, it's, that's all kind of leveled out. I'm not getting as angry as I have been, or I had been. I did have a road rage incident recently. I'll tell you about that later. Remind me later. I'll tell you about that. It was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad one. But yeah, that's... going back to Rover and Dieter, that whole situation. And no, I've not spoken to Dieter. I don't know anything about him or anything. And I wouldn't, it's not he and I were colleagues and co-workers. I wouldn't say we were best friends by any means. We never really talked outside of work except when we were on those trips because, we had to talk to each other. So outside of that, Dieter, we might get a Go Browns text here and there back in the day, but that's about it. And as far as going back to the show, Doogie Doogie and I just can't seem to work together. And I know I did that one show where I was real drunk, and I probably said some pretty shitty things about her. I didn't go back and watch it, but when I did Charlie's birthday party, I don't even know if that was before or after I went live last. I honestly can't remember, to tell you the truth. I don't know if I talked about that party or not. I don't remember. Honestly can't remember. But yeah, when I walked in, she walked out almost immediately. And I talked to Charlie afterwards, and he was like, that had nothing to do with you. She was literally already leaving to take his parents home or something like that. So I think his parents or his uncle, maybe, I don't know, maybe, I think it was his parents. But it was just a weird coincidence that the minute I walk in, she walked right out. But no, I just don't think she and I can necessarily work together anymore. So I think that ship has sailed, and she's a decent enough person. I just, she's hard to work with, and I'm hard to work with, and we just butt heads too much, and she's too prominent at the station and on the show, then, and it just didn't work. So, and the radio station is never going to hire me back because A, they're never going to pay me what I would want to come back, and B, they don't want to deal with me again. They're not going to rehire somebody they've fired twice or whatever. I don't see that happening. So should Rover go out on his own someday and choose, maybe when he's done with iHeart, and if he does his own thing, if he does a YouTube show or a TikTok show or God knows what, I just made that up. And he said something about that, and we could work something out, and where it's, beneficial to everybody, that's a different story, because I do like Rover and I enjoy working with Rover, and we get along well, and that was never a problem or anything like that. So let's see, where did I leave off? Crooked Orchid says it's a ghost. Tracy actually asked about Dieter, so I guess I just kind of answered that one. Michael K said, this guy right here has left such a void in my life for about the past year and a half. Thank God it's baseball season, so I have something to occupy my nights. Well, welcome back, buddy. I apologize that I've been gone. I explained earlier what was going on, so if you want to rewind and go back, you can see. Boomer says, AI dumb looks so real. Hey, I didn't click that there's AI in this, so you're going to get me in trouble with YouTube. That's the whole thing. You got to now, if you have any kind of AI content, you have to click it ahead of time to mark it. Like when you're going live and you do all these settings, you have to actually click to like set up and let everybody know that there's artificially generated content in it. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. Crooked Orchids and Michael K are flirting with each other. Good for you guys. Hoodie says, did you miss your daddy, MK? After Michael K asked if Crooked Orchids missed his daddy. Oh, I love it. You guys are already starting. Let's see here. Angelina says, are you going to be on at nights? I'm going to be on when I just kind of honestly, when I have some extra time. So maybe it might be at night. It might be during the day. The way wedding season worked out this year, I don't have a ton of, like, June was like my busiest month. So I don't have as many weddings this season. No, I mean, I have a full season, but the way it lays out, it's not like I have for every Friday and Saturday constantly. It's mostly just Saturdays. And I'm way out ahead because I've been not doing the show. I'm like months ahead on paperwork and coordination and everything. And it just, I have noticed that since I haven't been doing the show as often, the wedding business has been doing better. And that's my bread and butter, and that's how I pay the bills and all that good stuff. So I have to stay focused on that. And so as long as I can stay out ahead of all of that, it should give me time to, give me some more time to be on the do the show. Hold on, I got distracted because Darla's got her boyfriend over there. It's a little Santa gnome that I got at the store for her, and I'm wondering, I call that her boyfriend. There she is. Hi, sweetheart. You playing with your boyfriend? Cutest puppy. Anyway, she was just thrashing it around, and it caught me off guard. You good puppy. Yeah. You're the best girl. Come here. Come here. Let's show everybody Mean Arena. Show everybody how good you're doing. Come here. Come here, whoppers. See if I can pick you up without unplugging my headphones. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good puppy. Oh, here's the whoops, guys. You guys haven't seen her for a minute. Here's Bean Arena. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, guys. I missed you. Did you miss me? Who's a good puppy? Who's a good girl? Oh, this puppy. You know who she reminds me of? Crypto in the new Superman movie, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Let me catch back up with this chat here. Michael K asks about what's the status with Mikey to join in the show. Is he done? Sorry, I just jumped on like a minute and a half ago. No, that's okay. I'll rehash. Mikey is at a barbecue today. I did ask if he wanted to come on today. He said he left his computer that he normally uses to do the show at home. He left it at work. And he's at a barbecue today with his family. So I did tell him that I'll be live at some point. So if he gets home, he can use his iPad and his AirPods to do it. So, and I know he did that one time, and I thought it looked pretty good, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. I think he should give it a try if he ends up getting home. Gabrielle is blowing kisses. Hoodie says, not near as much with you, dumb. I'm not sure what that means. My Cocksmall says, dumb, did you ever end up getting a gun? And by the way, that's, again, guys, if you're in the chat, remember, if you have a direct question or something like that for me, try to tag at Another Dumb Show, just because it stands out easier for me to see. Because we have I do have a new little setup here, and the chat pops up a little bigger. So that orange, I get this big orange Another Dumb Show block that pops up next to your name when you're asking me a direct question and you want me to reply to you directly versus just, chatting with each other in there. So just a reminder to tag at Another Dumb Show. My Cocksmall says, did you ever end up getting a gun? I think I talked about this. I did get one from my dad. I did get that Smith & Wesson 38 special. I'll be honest. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I've had this gun I've had it for a while now. I got it. I need to be more responsible with it. The boys are aware that I have this thing. They don't know where it is. But I did tell them I have it. So we've gone over gun safety. They're familiar with the guns from their grandfather and guns over at their stepdad's house and all that stuff. So not worried about the boys and guns. I do need to get a gun safe, however. Right now, it's just in a spot where they can't find it. So, one night, and I have, so it's a little 38 spec. What is this gun? Let me show you guys a picture of it. And Wesson 38 special. Let me find one that looks pretty similar to it. Oh, here you go. This is the closest one. All right, this is what it is. Let me pop this out here so you can get a nice big view of it. It looks just like this. And I don't think YouTube likes gun. Well, I don't know. You could show guns on YouTube. I'm not shooting it or showing people being shot. I can show a gun. This is my gun. This is almost exactly what it looks like. That's not my hand or anything. I just Googled Smith & Wesson 38 special, and this is exactly what mine looks like. Now, when we first talked about this gat, my piece, my copper thrower, I was debating, there's a little switch on the side of it, on the other side of it that you can't see in this view. Now, I was going back and forth before I got the gun in my hand, about what that switch did. I was under the impression that switch was the safety on this gun. It's not the safety. In fact, there is no safety on this gun. We'll get to that in a minute. next, I thought this thing, the thing right at the point on it. You see my mouse on here? No, I don't have the mouse pointer set up. Anyway, that little thing underneath the barrel, I thought that pulled out, and that was how you open the barrel, like on a toy gun. That's how you do it on toy guns. You pull that little peg in the front, and you flop the barrel out, and you can spin it and close it. And when you put your caps, you open it, put your little caps in, your little ring. Remember those ring cap things? They had like 6 shots in them, and you put them in your little fake revolver and close them up. This thing does not work that way. The peg does not pull out and open. The little switch on the side is what opens it. It is not a safety. So it opened up the gat, it opened up the barrel, it opens up the barrel. I figured it out. So I have this gun, it's all put away. In fact, it's not even loaded, and the bullets are not even with it. They're in 2 different spots. So if somebody did go look for it, they'd have to look real hard for it, which is in hindsight really stupid. Because one night I I heard a loud noise downstairs in my house. And I got out of bed, and I flipped on my bedroom light, and I heard like a creaking sound, like a door. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I took my head, and when I go out my bedroom door, if I lean, it's a real short turn from the door of my bedroom to the downstairs. I can actually just peek my head around and see down the stairs. So I did that. And right at the bottom of the stairs, I think you guys can see it in this picture, in this camera view. You can kind of see it. Just off to the left there, on the far left side where that kind of orange haze is, there's a door there. That's the bottom of the steps. That angled thing goes up the steps there. So I looked down the stairs, and that door was wide open. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I ran back I slammed my bedroom door, ran back in my room, and frantically grabbed this gun and these bullets. Now, when my dad gave me this gun, it came with a little rubber thing that has 6 bullets that you put into it, and it's called a speed loader, I believe. And you're supposed to be able to take this little rubber thing. It's got a little tiny tab on it, so you can hold it from the side. So it's like you're holding this ring of bullets. It's like a ring of bullets. It doesn't anyway. There's a little tab on this ring, and it's got 6 bullets sticking up. Well, you're supposed to be able to just take the gun and take this ring and go and put in all 6 bullets at once. Then yank the rubber thing off, slam the barrel shut, and be ready to rock. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it took me a solid 5 minutes to load this gun. Number one, I was shaking profusely. My adrenaline was going so fast because I was so sure there was somebody in the house that I was shaking. I was scared, but also like Wolverine angry, where I was yelling too. I was saying, if you're in this fucking house, I'm gonna fucking put a hole in you. You're fucking dead, like a fucking maniac, like just screaming like a fucking psychopath. My neighbors must think I am crazy after the way I was yelling. Anyway, so I'm shaking, yelling, trying to load this fucking gun with this speed loader. I get the 6 bullets in this thing. The rubber thing will not rip off. It just will not rip off at all. I'm like fighting to yank this fucking thing off. Angelina just sent 10 another Dumb Show memberships. Hell yeah, you rock. You're the best, baby. Thank you. So I rip off this fucking speed loader. I'm trying to rip off this fucking speed loader. I finally give up and yank the 6 bullets back out. I have loose bullets as well. So I grab the loose bullets and I start loading up the gun. Finally, bam, close this motherfucker. I'm Now I'm ready to go. Fucking just like any other fucking action movie you've ever seen, I'm fucking ready to go. I got it all fucking up and ready to rock. I get to the door, I'm all fucking, I'm ready, and I'm like, I'm telling you right now, if you're on the other side of this door when I open it, I'm gonna fucking blast you. And I came out before I even opened. Oh, I unplugged my headphones. Hold on. I gotta get a new cord. I need an extension cord. This thing is literally like a foot long. Anyway, so yeah, I jumped out before I was like 3, 2, 1, and you'd go, but I went 3, 2, go, and I popped out with the gun like I was gonna surprise somebody, and I come out and I'm looking, I'm clearing. There's a bathroom up there, and then I do a little spin move, go in I grab the handle of the boys' room door, flip that open real quick, gun first right in. No, boys weren't here, by the way. Nobody's home, just me. Brady hadn't been driving yet, so there's no chance of anybody in my house coming in this door. Nobody has keys to this house, not even Brittany. Nobody could, there was no way it could have been anybody I know that had gotten into the house. So I fling into the boys' room, gun out, clearing the room, go look in the closet. They got a little sheet in front of their closet. I swing the sheet open real quick, go in there, nothing, clear. My son's got a little sheet. He got this black blanket. They have bunk beds, the lower bunk beds hidden by a black blanket. I came in there like this, opened up the blanket, forgot to point the gun. So, which I was glad about, because God forbid, what if it was one of the boys that would have scared the shit out of him, probably would have shot him. So then I decide I'm going to go clear the downstairs where the door is open. So I come back around the top of the steps, peek my head down there. I'm walking down the steps. I'm fucking warning you, when I hit the bottom of these fucking steps, I'm stomping hard. I'm coming for your ass. I'm coming for your ass. So I finally get down to the bottom of the steps. I see that little corner spot that I just showed you guys there. I peeked the gun around that little spot. Oh, and if you see to the left there's a new cat. We'll talk about him. Remind me about the new cat that I got. Anyway, that little corner thing, I stuck the gun around, came down, pointed out, cleared the living room, slammed that door shut to make sure if they were in here, they weren't getting out. They had to get through me to get back out that door. So then this room that I'm in here, I clear this room. Then I go in that room, which is the kitchen. I go clear the kitchen. There's a little small utility room next to the kitchen. I go clear that. Everything's clear. House is clear. My adrenaline starts to calm down. I realize what had happened was I had the door open earlier because it got really hot in here. Even I think this was probably or maybe, it was probably in spring and it just started getting nice maybe. I don't even remember. But for some reason I had opened the door earlier. And when I closed that door, I must have forgotten to lock it, because it's a really shitty, I love where I live, but we have really crappy doors. And you have to be very careful to make sure that you close the door. When you do that, the handle, sometimes the little plunger that goes into the keyhole, the male that goes into the female, it doesn't work right. Like the doorknob, the spring is wonky and it doesn't go in, and it just sometimes it just stops right here. And so the door, if you don't close the deadbolt above it, the door can just open wide up if a strong breeze comes. In the middle of the night, I forgot that could happen. And apparently I had forgotten to lock the deadbolt. So the wind blew the door open. And I would have also, had it been a person though, I'd have been dead. By the time I got that gun loaded, they probably would have taken it from me and shot me with it. By the time I got that thing loaded up, it was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad situation. Let's see here. Irish Ronnie said, "Is that why Rover always says keep it loaded?" I think that's probably exactly why. Um, and then, all right. So Michael K says you can't load a real gun to save his life, but he's good at Call of Duty. I'm actually not good at Call of Duty either. I'm really pretty terrible at that game. If you've watched me play it, I had a couple good rounds, but I'm not very good at it. Yeah, so that's that. That's the story of the gun, and since then it's been. I don't. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of afraid of it. I really am afraid of it. I don't like guns. I'm afraid of guns. I'm afraid of fireworks. I'm afraid of anything that could blow my hands or my face or another person's hands or face off. It kind of scares me. We went to fireworks this year. I'm not a big fan of watching fireworks. They don't really do much for me. But I have to say, the fireworks, and we have a city called Lakewood here. The fireworks in Lakewood were unfucking believably good this year. They had types of fireworks I've never even seen before, where it seemed like they were in 3D, and I felt like I was in space. The way that they were moving towards me, it was really, really cool. So big ups to Lakewood on their really fantastic fireworks display. Hoodie says, Hoodie says, how do you see this playing out? Only time, once show a week, longevity of this go around, etc. I'll be honest with you, dude. Kind of when Jonathan says he is not good at Call of Duty. You're right, I am not good at Call of Duty. As far as the shows go, honestly, man, whenever I have time, longevity, I see the show going as long as I don't, until the day I say, guys, I'm done doing the show, I'm shutting the channel down. I don't see that happening anytime soon. It's truly just going to be around the time I have to do it. So just, again, make sure you have your notifications turned on, which it seems like most of you guys already do. And then, when I have time, it's hard to give set times and all that kind of stuff, because I think that was part of the problem from before. It was too regimented with the times, the amount of prep I had to put in. It was just too, I wasn't managing my time well enough, and the DJ business was suffering a little bit because of it. Not the actual performances at the weddings, but just getting behind on paperwork and shit like that, because I fucking hate paperwork. I hate it more than anything, and contracts and invoices and emails and everything that starts to pile up very quickly if you procrastinate with it. So I've been really, like I said, just focused on staying ahead of that. And the farther ahead of that, the more frequently I'll be able to do them. And honestly, like I said, with the new studio setup, the way I can just fire it up so much more simply. And the way I have this, I have a different little newer monitor setup, and it seemed my computer, because guys, remember how like the computer would be wonky sometimes? It seems to like this new monitor better than what I was doing before. And without that background monitor putting it up, it's not putting as much stress on the hard drive and the graphic, or whatever, that graphics card or whatever it's called. It's not putting as much stress on it. So I think it's going to run a little bit more smoothly too. Hoodie said the drone light shows are a lot cooler than fireworks. Yeah, you are absolutely right. I saw, I should have pulled this, but I forgot about it until you just mentioned it. I saw a drone light show that was like, I think it was in India or somewhere like that, for the opening of the new Superman 2025 movie. And they did this whole really cool thing with, where was that at? Superman. I got to pull this up because it's too hard to describe. 2025 drone show. I believe this was in St. Louis. Was this in St. Louis? Let me see if I can find it on TikTok real quick. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Try to see if I can find this, because it's worth it. Oh, no, don't play this video, please. Why can't I don't want to play that video either. Stop playing videos. Let me search for something. No. Oh my God. Stop. Oh, this is so obnoxious. Okay, no, I don't want to hear that. That's driving me crazy. Okay, let's see if we can find it on Twitter then, because I don't feel like dealing with that. Superman 2025 drone. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Blue Wolverine says, long time no see. It's long ditto, man. It's great to see you back, man. I hope you're doing well. Is this it? Oh, I don't want just pictures of it. Give me the video. Sorry, that's super loud. Well, here's a... No, that's not... There's a better one. There's just a picture of it. Actually, that's fine. The pictures are fine. It shows you what we're looking for here. Let me pull this out. Here you go. I believe this was in St. Louis. This is so that those are drones. That's not that's the sky and drones. So DC Studios, that's obviously the studio that is doing all the DC movies now. Superman, The Flash, Batman, all that stuff. As opposed to Marvel, which is the Avengers and all those guys. And then this was really cool. It started with and in the video, it started with his shirt closed, and then the drones actually move, and it opens up to see the actual S, which I don't have that S. I have the old Max Fleischer S on. I still have not gotten the new Superman shirt yet. That's on the list. It's in my Amazon shopping list. But there you go. There it is. There's the new logo. And it says Superman on it. So pretty cool. And then they got soups flying in the air. Pretty sweet. And that brings me to my review of Superman 2025, which is now currently in studios. And hold on one sec. Where's my daily folder? Where's my daily folder? Where's my daily folder? There it is. Check this out, guys. Where is that at? Oh, I got too many things open over here. Hold on. Guys, still getting my used to this new setup, so you got to bear with me. I got different stuff in different places now. All right, so keep existing. Zoom in on this bad boy. All right, check this out. This made me very excited. I saw this today, and it made me pretty excited. Check this out.
Superman is the #1 movie in the world.
Anyway, why is that not muting when I mute it?
Experience the movie of that, unlike anything we've ever seen. Rated PG-13, now playing.
Why is this? Oh, I was muting the wrong thing. What an idiot I am. I don't even know if I could play that whole thing, to tell you the truth, because of the Superman music. So if you guys are not watching live, that probably will get edited out because of the music. But here, let's watch it again without the music. I'm such a dipshit. I have this same video up on my desktop as well, and I was trying to turn down the desktop instead of the this video player I'm using. So here, one more time. Here it is. It is the #1 movie in the world. I do believe it made over $125 million here in the first weekend. Ooh, geez, I thought I'd make it longer before I started getting choked up. Jesus Christ, it took me about 5 seconds before I started getting choked up. Let me read a chat thing to get myself composed here. Michael K said, I think one show a week would be perfect. Maybe a half hour and 45 minutes, no longer than 2 hours if Mikey can jump on. So yeah, I think that's a fair, again, keep your notifications turned on, guys. It could be in the middle of the day. It could be at night. It's going to be when I have time and feel like doing it because if I don't feel like doing it, it ain't a good show and I'm miserable for 2 hours. So I want to make sure I want to do it and I'm going to do it and it'll be a good show for you guys. And I have time to look up stuff because I got plenty of stuff to talk about today. So I wasn't planning on talking about my gun or my kids or any of that. It just kind of happened. So anyway, I really was just going to talk about Superman for the most part because I did go see the new Superman movie, Superman 2025, in theaters now. I recommend it. I think it was... well, let's just go through step by... Oh, this happened. Speaking of cool pictures of stuff that people do. Why is it on that one? Why is that doing that? Oh, that's why, because I'm a dipshit. There it is. There is the terminal. That's in Cleveland. That's Public Square and the Terminal Tower. They lit it up. I think this was earlier this week on the release day. I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday that they did this. And I missed it. I went to the Superman movie on Thursday. I went to go see the movie. And then Saturday, I went to a concert. Or Friday. Thursday, I went to see the movie. Friday, I went to a concert. So we'll talk about that too. But yeah, I'm pretty bummed I didn't go downtown. And I mean, I can download this picture myself if I wanted to, but it's kind of lame. Be nice to have my own picture of this. I would have liked to have known about it. I make fun of my mom for going on Facebook all the time today, I make fun of her for it all the time. But today, she and I were on the phone talking about Superman, and she goes, "Did you see the Terminal Tower?" I said, "No," and she goes, "You got to look it up." And so I looked it up, found it on Google, and she goes, "See, I found it on Facebook. If you went on Facebook every once in a while, you might have seen it." So there you go. I'm pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat. I would have liked to have seen this in person, but it's pretty awesome to see something that I am just, I just got choked up over it, and I'm sure the more we talk about the movie, I'm going to cry again because this character means so much to me. It's so stupid, but it really does. Everything. I think it started with the S. Because my initials are SS, which is bad to have the initials SS because of the connotation of that happened in the history in World War II in the SS. So I usually just go by my middle initial when I put all my initials together because you just don't want to be SS. But I love the letter S. I think it's very cool. I like the shape of it. It flows. It's neat to me. I've always liked it. Hate the name Sean. Never have liked the name Sean. But it flows well with my last name. Sean Street. Sounds good. Good name. People think it's fake. It's not. It's a real name. Anyway, it flows really well. So it started with the S. I got a hat with the S on it. People thought, "Oh, that works for you." I had a few people say you kind of look like him when I was younger because I used to have like kind of curly hair in the front, and so it was kind of cool. Kind of look like him, not built like him. I was a fat fuck, obviously, but got blue eyes, decent bone structure. Somebody said, I've had people say it, but more often I get Gerard Butler, if anybody, than anything. But I get anybody with dark hair and a dark beard. I used to look like everybody, but now since I had this white beard, I don't really get many people saying I look like anybody else anymore. Kind of unique now. Anyway, who gives a shit? Spam. So back to Superman. So the S is where it started with me, and then I started getting into Superman, the animated series, when I was younger. And of course, I saw all of the Superman movies when I was a kid, the Christopher Reeve movies. I saw all those. And I'd watched all the Superman animated movies, and I loved all those. Hold on, I apologize. Oh, Mikey might be here. Oh, shit. Yes. Do we have sound?
What up?
Yes, we do. It works. It still works too. Hell yeah, man. Right on. What's up, bro?
Yeah, the link from 2023 still works.
That's awesome. That's why one of the cool things about this program is like I actually stopped paying for the subscription because I wasn't. That's another thing too. Like I was like, I got to pay for this goddamn subscription to keep this thing up and running, and I was like, I need a break from that too. But anyway, yeah, that's a cool thing. I just re-up it, turn it back on, and all the settings I had, everything, it all just pops back up. It's awesome. So yeah, I figured that thing would work. Is that your iPad?
No, I'm using my iPhone. My iPad, it was down to like 1%, and it's worked. I don't know what. Yeah, I just tried it.
Your iPhone,
work and
it looks great.
Mixed together.
It looks it probably looks better than your other one normally did, to be honest with you. It looks great.
Without a doubt. Yeah,
right,
because that was a shitty camera on the laptop.
Yeah. How you been, man? How was the barbecue?
It was good, man. I'm fat, dude. I'm out of breath. I'm at home. Like, I'm ready to fall asleep. Like, it's bad, bro.
Ready to pop?
I'm fat. Like, yeah, dude. Like, 260's pushing it for somebody 5'9".
260 you're up to? Wow.
Yeah.
I can't blame you, though. I'm up to like, I've been trying to lose weight, so I've lost like 6 pounds, but I'm down to like 218. I was pushing I started to get around 225, and I went, I can't do this again. You start cracking 225, dude, you're gonna let yourself go, and you're gonna eat like a fat fuck. So I was like, I got to cut it off. So I have. Well, I'm not
I got
eating
away from
better.
that street Ozempic, and now I gained all this weight.
Is that something you were doing? You found street Ozempic? Is that a thing?
No, that was just a drug joke.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Oh, street Ozempic. I'm an idiot. Gotcha. What an idiot. Now I understand.
But I did just pass my blood test. I am going to start on Manjaro soon. I'm not Ozempic, but I am going to start doing the Manjaro shots. Yeah.
I think B1's stepdad takes that. Oh, and by the way, people asked in the chat, am I still with B1? Yes, I'm still with B1. We're great, doing well, everything's fine. Really no major updates regarding relationship situations or anything like that. Still doing our thing, still she lives at her house, I live at mine. We see each other every day, and we went to the concert the other
Sounds like
day.
a perfect situation.
Yeah, we're getting along great. It doesn't it works for us. It just seems to work. So, anyway, Brian says, "What up, Dumb? Good to see you. Always a good show, bro. Thank you very much." And Gabrielle says it looks good, and I think she means me or you or whatever. But Angelina's
Definitely
asking,
not me. She's talking about you, Silver Surfer, right here.
Angelina says, "Will there be phones?" As of now, I don't think I'm going to do the phones. The phones are very expensive, and I don't think I ever got them working right, except for like, I don't know, maybe 10 out of 200 shows. So it was, I mean, one person on at a time we could get to work, but I was never able to like get more than two on at a time without them hearing a bunch of feedback and shit. So it was just, which was kind of the whole goal, is to be able to put multiple people on. But I have the ability to put multiple people on video. So if people want to come on at times, like if I go live and you're like, Dumb, I want to video chat in. All you got to do is send me an email to anotherdumbshow@gmail.com, and I can send you a link and I can pop you on pretty easily. It's not hard to do that. So, I mean, it takes a couple clicks here and there, but it's not too hard to do that. So if that's something people are interested in, something we can consider if you're interested in doing that. But anyway, it's great to see you, man. I know we've been talking here and there,
bro.
Chatting and texting and whatnot. Nothing too crazy, but how's the fam? Everybody good?
Everybody's good, man. Everyone's good. Just working way too much. Working way too much.
That's a good thing, though. It keeps you occupied and keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. The more I work, the more money I make. The more money I make, the more I want to play. Yeah.
I got you. I feel you, dude.
I talked my way out of a triple-digit speeding ticket a couple weeks ago.
Really? How fast were you going?
$126.
$126 in your new car? Because you said you got
no.
I
took the Mustang. I took my father's Mustang out for a night. It was my first time taking out a fast car for the summer, and I was driving around my buddy that had a Camaro, and they just happened to snag me.
And you were so like, were you on the freeway, or were you on back roads, or freeway? All right, I was gonna say, how long does it?
And diving in front of people.
Is it hard to get that car up to 126? No, it's like, because I know, like, obviously, like a regular car, you can maybe, like, my car's so old at this point. I mean, I don't think I could get it up over 95, 100 if I had really pushed it, and it would take a minute to get going fast enough to push it up to go that much. But 126 in the Mustang's pretty easy. You coast. You still
hit the gas
in
real
fourth.
Quick. You hit the gas real quick at 60, and before you know it, you're doing $125. You don't even know it.
Is that a 4-speed?
It's an automatic.
It's automatic. All right.
Automatic. Yeah.
Is it still torquey enough that you get, like, when you slam on the gas, the back tires will chirp, like if you hit it like that? No,
not at 60 or anything like that.
No, okay.
No, not even when you're rolling and doing a regular roll. That car's just fast.
Fast, yeah, okay. My son,
and they were looking for a motorcycle that they had been following around all day.
Is that
the guy that we were chasing on the expressway?
Is that a Fox body Mustang?
No, the one that I was in is a 2020 GT convertible, gunmetal gray. I'll send you a picture of it right now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, bring that. I don't know if I can email it, Mikey, if you can, because I don't have that text. I don't have that text thing pulled up. But anyway, he told me that my son just mentioned to me that what's it called? The Fox body, the body from like the 90s.
Making a return.
Yeah, is that official? Did you see that too? I'm trying to find.
I saw the rumors about it, and I wanted to avoid getting myself all excited because that's my dream. Like the Vanilla Ice Fox body. Yeah, that it right there, bro. I'm chubbed up right now.
That's a cool car. My buddy had one of those, and we called it the Stanger Banger because he pulled mad trim in that car. It was nuts.
It's the most recognizable sound in auto history. I can hear that car from 3 miles away and be able to tell exactly what it is.
That's
just
cool.
Got a real tinny, cammy sound. And if they do come back out with a Fox body, I mean, that's going to be my next toy.
That's something you want to get. Then you'll save up and get something like this. God, it's gonna probably be so.
I'd love to, dude, but I get in so much trouble. I was out in that car one time and I got pulled over doing about 20.
How'd you talk your way out of it?
They were looking for a motorcycle that was in front of us.
Oh, so you were just, so what did he just say? I'm looking for somebody else, so I'm just going to give you a warning?
Dude, I gave him the plate number of the motorcycle and he took off after that.
Did you actually know that, what was it, an obvious plate? Like,
no, as a kid that I grew up with, but I wasn't about to take that ticket.
So wait, all right, so I'm confused. You know your buddy's motorcycle plate number?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's crazy.
I'm always seeing it. I'm always behind him.
No, that's understandable. Wow.
So sorry to him. I haven't spoken to him since. I don't know if he got tagged or bagged or what, but
better him than you.
And I snitched.
Better him than you.
Like a little bitch.
Hey man, I don't
lose my license.
Yeah, that's a bad one. 120. Yeah, I think is that an automatic license revoke kind of thing? Is that how New York is?
I believe it is. It's over double.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
126 and a 55.
Did you see Superman yet?
I did not. This was a bad weekend. I had my tickets for yesterday afternoon, but I went to work yesterday morning, got swarmed by a bunch of bees, got stung up a couple times, had to hit myself with an EpiPen, and slept all day, and just woke up a little bit ago and went to a barbecue.
Jesus Christ. Are you
It's my second time this year getting swarmed by bees, dude.
That's awful. I remember last time we went live like right when that happened once before. It was like you missed the show because you got all fucking stung to shit and you had to use. Didn't you go to the hospital?
Probably. There's been a couple times I've gone to the hospital for it.
I think that was like that was six months ago.
No, I had even more than that. 6 months ago, it was dead of winter. I wasn't getting swarmed by bees then.
I guess you're right. So it must have been last summer or last fall then. Because I don't feel like it was that long
every
ago.
summer is like twice a year I get bad with bees.
Huh. All right. Scott says, great to see you back. We'll have to go back and watch the whole show. Yeah, at the beginning of the show, I jumped right into where I've been, what's been going on, and all that kind of stuff. So you can catch up there and see all that. There's no reason to rehash it again. Michael K says, my wife has a Mustang California. Don't even want to know the tickets I've paid. That's funny. I'm trying to think if I ever have driven a Mustang. Because I drove so many different makes and models when I worked for the car dealership when I was 18, because it was a wholesale car dealership, so they had everything. And they kind of focused on moderate luxury cars like Beamers and Benzes and shit like that.
Still fast.
And it was like always like the Acuras. Acura, what are the high end versions of all the normal cars, like the Infinities, the Acuras, you know what I'm talking about? Just the better version, like Acura is the better Honda, Infiniti is the better Nissan, I think.
Lexus is the better Toyota.
Yeah, exactly. All that. Those are what we drove all the time. And then you pepper in like every once in a while a Porsche or, a really high end Benz, that kind of stuff. But I don't remember ever driving a Mustang in all that time. I don't think so. I think I might have rode in one that I was in the back seat with a guy and we were flying down the highway and he's the one who taught me that when you're going past a highway exit, when you're speeding, you look back at the exit to make sure there were no cops up on the exit. he taught me that. I never had learned that before. So it's a little tip for you guys. If you're speeding, peek over at the exit when you drive by.
Always check the on-ramp.
Yeah, the on-ramp and the exit ramp. That's both of them. They're hiding. They're trying to get you. Yeah, so that's that. Want to talk some Superman?
Yeah, how was it?
All right, I'll go through it. I won't spoil anything. All right, let's just start.
Oh shit! I got to bounce. I'm on call right now. My phone's starting to blow up. I'll hop back on if I can.
Go ahead, do whatever you got to do. All right, so back to Superman. That's actually no big deal. Mikey's got to do his thing. Poor guy. That would fucking be the fucking worst. I feel anybody who has to be on call, that would be the worst. That would just suck dick. I feel bad for anybody who has to do that. I worked a swing shift one time where I worked at a paper mill, and like you had to, outside of the swing shift, that was weird. But if your replacement didn't show up, you had to stay and work their shift. It was the fucking worst thing ever. I hated it so much. Anyway, back to Superman. Let's start off with the suit. Because I had mentioned the S, how I got into it, why I love this character. Right before Mikey got on, I was starting to get into why I love the character so much. And we can actually pull this up. This isn't a bad picture. It's all blurry though. We can't use that one. Shit. All right. So let's go. My reason for loving Superman is the character himself. What he stands for: truth, justice, the American way, all that shit. I love all that. I also love the fact that he can shoot lasers from his eyes, and he can fly, and he's invulnerable, and he's got super strength. The super strength, I think, is pretty cool. All this stuff, all that stuff. Obviously, who wouldn't like that if you like a character? If you are not into Superman, you think all that stuff's lame. I get it. You like Batman, he's got gadgets, and he's rich, and he's super smart, and all that stuff. Not knocking Batman. Superman, I like his powers. I like his powers because he chooses to use them for good. He could cut the world in half with his fucking eyes if he wanted to, but he chooses not to. Give that guy enough sun, fucking he can do whatever he wants. He's pretty much. So that's why I love the character. He could be the worst, meanest, baddest guy in the world, or he could be what he is, a beacon of hope for the world. Whether he's real or not, it doesn't matter. He's what he represents. So let's kind of start off with the suit. When I saw this picture, can I open that up? When I saw this picture initially, come on, Reddit. This is him in, while they were shooting it. When I first saw this picture, I wasn't really like, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know about this suit. It looked kind of, if you've ever seen The Flash on the CW or any of those CW shows, the suits on those shows it reminded me of those shows, this picture right here of the suit. Okay. I did like everything about the suit as far as the design of it. I liked that they used the new 52 collar. I liked that they used the Kingdom Come S. I liked that they put the yellow S on the back of it, and like the old school Superman and the Superman movies. I love they brought the trunk and the belt. To me, that is what Superman is supposed to look like. So they did a great job with the suit. I'm very happy with the suit. I wasn't at first though, but when I saw it in the movie, it looked much, much, much better. I was very happy with what I saw in the movie. So the suit works. That's a huge thing. You can't have a bad suit because Superman's suit is so iconic. You can't have a bad suit. As we go through, what else do we have to go through here? Then the actor, David Corenswet, that played Superman. He did great. He did a really good job. His Clark Kent, I think, was a little too... We didn't get a lot of it. I think I'm mixing up Clark Kent and Superman in two different scenes, because there's a trailer where you've even seen, in the trailer, I'm not spoiling anything, where Lois Lane interviews Superman, but he's dressed up in his Clark Kent outfit. So like they're at home just talking, hanging out, and he goes, well, you want to interview me as Superman? And she goes, would you let me? And then he goes, all right, let's go. And they start doing an interview where he is not wearing his glasses, so he's Superman, right? Okay. So, where was I going with that? Superman, David Cornsweet, the actor. Because in that scene, he's not Clark Kent. He looks like Clark Kent, but he's not acting like Clark Kent. So I have to remember he didn't have a glass on, so it wasn't him. But in the other scenes where he's playing Clark Kent, you've seen it in the trailer. He's walking down the street. He's fumbling with his, he's got his coffee and he's carrying something. He's typical Clark Kent, trying to make it through all the people and all that. So he does that. Seen that. There's pictures of him. Oh, there are flies. The flies this year, I don't know about if you guys are having problems with flies, but the flies this year are out of control. Like, my house isn't dirty, but it's not the cleanest, but it's not dirty, like gross food and shit laying around that would breed maggots and flies. But every time you open the door from the outside, they come in. And I got one of these Zevo things hooked up, and I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I caught 7 of them just yesterday because I just got it and I just hung it up yesterday. So 7 flies. So there's one flying around. Hopefully the Zevo will catch it. So I do highly recommend that thing because I couldn't catch these things to save my life. I bought some of those bug fly paper things. Never ever buy those. Number one, they are the grossest, most disgusting things in the world. They're so sticky and mushy and gross. They're horrible. Number two, the ones I bought at least didn't come with a bait on them. So it's just this literally gross glue paper hanging that they have to accidentally fly into. So you'd have to hang like 40 of them from the ceiling for them to fly through this gauntlet of fly paper or whatever. They're disgusting. I highly do not ever get those. The Zevo thing is essentially the same thing. It's fly paper, but it's got this little blue light in there that attracts the bugs. And as soon as I turned these studio lights off, yesterday they were flying around. They weren't going to the Zevo thing. But as soon as I turned off these studio lights, they flew right into the Zevo thing. So it seems to work. So if you have a fly problem like I do right now, and it's not just me. B1's got a fly problem. Maybe we're just smelly. I don't know. Anyway, bunch of pig pens around here. Roberta says, horrible flies this year. I agree. Okay, see, there you go. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? David Cornsweet, the actor. His Clark Kent was okay. His Clark Kent was okay. I only say okay. I don't want to spoil anything. His Clark Kent was okay. Wasn't bad, wasn't great. To be determined, I guess. And in his Superman, the way he played Superman, I loved it. I loved his portrayal of Superman. Now I will give it one criticism. He got all the things about him that you would want Superman to do right. Looks like him. The way he saves things, the way he puts, good above evil, all the stuff you're hoping for. He embodied all that, and he made you believe that he believed all of those things that Superman believes. He did a great job with all that. One thing I would say was he was a little angsty, and he was a little new. That's one of the things about this Superman. Like he used the word dude in the movie. I won't give up the context or the scene or whatever, but Superman says dude, which I don't know, was weird to me. Even I don't want to blow it. I can't give it away. But yeah, he says dude, which I just was kind of surprised about. It just don't feel like that would be part of Superman's vocabulary or vernacular or whatever you would say for that. Angeline says no spoilers. I'm going soon to see it. No, I promise you I'm trying to do this without spoiling anything. I will say I think it was just some of the writing I think was a little interesting for Superman some of the dialogue coming out of Superman's mouth. I found a little bit interesting. One scene. Now, what was missing? Can I say? I don't want to. That might be a spoiler too, so I won't say what's missing from the movie. Villains, overall or plot. Let's go over plot. Plot, typical superhero plot. Always a little flimsy. Again, more about characters and less about plot in any of these superhero movies is usually how it goes, and that's how this one goes for sure. The plot is followable. B1 even was able to follow it despite it having some aspects of other of some movies that, I mean, Christ, I don't think I'm going to give anything away when we're talking about parallel universes and stuff like that in superhero movies these days. That's what they're all wrapped around, so they can get away with having, Black Superman or whatever. They change. They got to change Earths to be able to have different Spider-Men, different races. They had to do that to make comic books more inclusive, which is understandable. I'm not knocking it. But so that's how all these part of the reason why all these parallel universes got introduced in the comics. And there's more to it with rewriting and all that, and different writers and different canon stories being changed. I get it, comic nerds, so don't start with me. But culture does have something to do with it. So anyway, parallel universes, a little hard for B1 to follow. I was able to follow them just because I kind of a geek about all that, and I think they're neat anyway. And I like the different Earths and stuff like that. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that was a huge part of it. It wasn't. It just was something that's in it, like all these other movies. Characters. They showed all the characters in the preview. I'm trying to think. I'm not going to blow any characters for you. There's a surprise in there. There's a couple surprises, so I'll definitely say one of them made me like woohoo out loud. It was really cool. It's towards the end. It was sweet. And let's see. Characters. Lex Luthor, guy that played Lex, fucking great. Really great Lex Luthor. I thought he was awesome. He was everything you think Lex would be. He was actually bald in this one, not like in the stupid Man of Steel movies where they gave him long red hair for some stupid reason. Which, it's part of Lex. I understand they shaved his head at the end and stuff, but this movie compared to the Snyderverse, Man of Steel, Justice League, Batman versus Superman, all those movies, completely different. Absolutely, completely different. Those movies kind of dark, kind of gloomy, kind of brooding stories, brooding characters. There was some brooding in this, but characters and the look and everything about this movie was different. They were going for a more realistic vibe with Man of Steel and Justice League and kind of making it look like real life with guys that can fly and shit. But I think that they did a great job making this new one, 2025, much more comic booky. All the way down to the writing, all the way down to the writing, all the way down to the way that it looked, everything about it, the way the characters were, the way who Superman interacted with, villains, everything. It was like straight out of a Superman comic book. It was honestly like watching a Superman animated series episode. If you like Superman the animated series, not the old Max Fleischer ones, but like the ones from the 90s, 2000s, whenever, those were really good. And this reminded me of those a lot. I did think the villains, though, like I texted Charlie, had asked me to give him a little review of it. And I did say that they were kind of mid. But there was one crazy scene with Lex that I was really surprised that they did, considering the type of movie they were making. So that was surprising. So I don't want to give away all the villains and everybody that was in it. There's a big surprise, though, so we'll leave that out. I don't want to give it away. I don't even want to start going down that road because I'll screw it up or accidentally give it away. But let's see, what else here? What can I talk about from the movie that I liked or didn't like? I don't know. I feel like it's too soon for me to make a final judgment on it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go see it again tomorrow. I I found out there's this theater around here that is supposedly really awesome and has great sound and great seats and a great screen, and the tickets are really affordable, really cheap. So I'm pretty excited about it, and I think I'm gonna go to that. So, or I'm definitely going to that tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. So, there's I will say for Clevelanders, you guys really, I mean, man, I guess it's kind of, there's some spoilers too. I can't really give away all the Cleveland spots in the movie, but I will say the if you're from Cleveland, this movie's for you. Like if you're a hardcore Clevelander, you're gonna watch this movie and be like, I'm at home. It's like watching it, and it was, if they had put a news graphic on the bottom that said Action 19 News or whatever they call the news stations around here, if they'd put a graphic up, or if they'd have gone, if they'd have done this, and just, all right, if they'd have done that over the top of some of the scenes and put our local news station on it, it would literally be like watching it happen downtown. It was crazy. It was crazy how much they incorporated Cleveland into this movie. It's fucking nuts. And it's not like every 5 seconds they're doing any references to Cleveland. Visually, you're watching Cleveland. It's so fucking cool. And you'll start to see all the different, you're gonna like, you'll all these different scenes, like sets and locations, and you're gonna go, oh my god, that's that. Oh my god, that's that. That's that. My son was like in the movie theater. I mean, we're trying to watch it, and he's like elbowing me, and he was like, "We were there for that. I watched them do that." And I'm like, "Shut up. We'll talk about it afterwards," because I can't stand people talking movies, and and I'm just a weirdo, and I don't want to say. And at the end of a movie, little tip: if you're with somebody and you're in the movie theater, as soon as the movie ends, when it's the lights start to come on and people stand up, do not look at the person next to you and say, "What did you think of the movie?" Because I know that's what's going to happen tomorrow when I go with my mom. This is what my mom does at every movie, because we used to go to movies together all the time. It's what we did on the weekends when I visited her. And she would always do that. And it just embarrassed the fuck out of me, because I want to wait till we're outside. I'd prefer in the car, because there's still people around as I'm walking to my car. So I'd rather just wait till we get in the car. Just saying. Just saying. Where are we at here? B. Rogers says, "Damn, dude, you dimed out your bro," to Mikey, going back to his ticket that he got out of. Yeah, so that's all I got. Oh, wait, what else was I going to say about Superman? I feel like there was something else I forgot that I wanted to talk about. Oh, no, that's it. That's it. So, yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow. I'll give you guys another kind of, I think I missed part of the thing that I love the most about Superman, his big speeches about being good and stuff like that. I think I missed part of that. I definitely missed part of it, but I caught the back end of it. I don't know how much I missed at the beginning of it, because I don't know what it is when I go to these movies. I get leg cramps. I just get a leg cramp every single time I go to a movie now. It's every single time. And I got to get up and I got to walk off this leg cramp. I go in the back of the theater and I just walk back and forth until I finally get this leg cramp to go away. I'm on medication now. They gave me these medications for these cramps, but I don't know if I've built up a tolerance, because they were working at first, but it's not working as well anymore. So I don't know if I built up a tolerance. I don't know how it worked. But anyway, got a cramp, had to go walk around the back of the theater. left to go to the bathroom real quick because I said I'm already up, and it looked like it was kind of a dead spot for a second in the movie. And then, of course, no, it was actually a huge poignant spot in the movie, and I missed part of it. So I'm looking very much forward to seeing that tomorrow. Oh, I just realized too I had top chat on and not live chat. So if you have been chatting me and I missed it, I apologize. Let's see, what else do I have going on here? I went to go see my favorite artist, Luke Bryan. I don't know if he's my favorite artist, but he's probably my favorite artist to go see live. B1 and my son Brady and I all went to go see him on Friday night at Blossom Music Center, the absolute most frustrating venue in the history of the world. There you go. There's the Luke Bryan thing. There you go. So we're talking about it. You went to Blossom, and I found that I still hate that venue. Can't stand it. It's a really frustrating venue. You park 1,000 miles away from the actual place you go to watch the concert. I have to park in a really crappy grass parking lot that is sometimes a mud pit. Thankfully, it was not a mud pit this time. Angelina says she's going to Morgan Wallen to see him in Cleveland in August. I think he's at the football stadium, though. He's at Huntington Bank Field, the Browns stadium. Not for much longer, though, it looks like. It looks like we're getting that dome. We'll talk about the Browns a little bit more in a minute. But, yeah, I can't stand Blossom. You're lucky that I've heard, though, the Browns stadium is not the best place to see a concert. Or maybe I take that back. I think that was Progressive Field that I heard was not the best place to see a concert. That the sound was not great there. I think B1 said. Because I saw Taylor Swift with her at at what is now Huntington Bank Field. I think it was First Energy Stadium then. We saw Taylor Swift on the Reputation tour, and I remember it sounded fine. It was a good show, and we had crappy seats, but it was still cool. We had a good time. It sounded good. I don't remember it being crappy or weird or anything, but yeah, back to Blossom, we had to go. And of course, it's just the worst. I'm sorry, I hate it. I know if you're from Cleveland, some people hold that place, or Akron or Canton or whatever, Northeast Ohio, they hold that place near and dear. I can't stand it. Can't stand it. The sound's always good, though. I'll give them that. And when you're in the pavilion, when you're sitting, because if you've never been there before, it's like this giant hill. And it's the lawn where everybody sits on this hill. So you have this big angled view of the stage and the pavilion and everything. So it's a pretty cool setup. I'll pull it up for people who aren't from here. Let's see if we can get a picture. Actually, this is perfect, actually. This is almost literally where we were sitting here, so this is perfect. Here is, this is what Blossom looks like. So this is almost literally exactly where we were sitting. We were over maybe a little farther to the left, but that's a stage down there, that kind of glowing part. There's a pavilion, so you can pay extra to go sit in seats down there, or you can sit on this lawn. The pavilion seats were fucking really expensive, so we cheaped out and went for the lawn seats. Which is always a pain in the ass there because you gotta, and we forgot a blanket. So we literally had to sit on the grass. It was 9,000 degrees. So all of the logistics involved in that place suck. They just suck. But once the concert starts, it's always a fantastic time. You got a decent view of the stage, even if you're far away, and it sounds great. It's just logistically the worst place. There's one way in and one way out. It takes forever. I ended up getting into an argument with somebody. I got so angry. This girl was trying to she was trying to, it's a parking lot situation. So I'm driving, I'm in a line to go out. She's trying to pull out in front of me. It's not her turn, it's my turn. So I just keep going. Well, she started here and eventually got to like right here on purpose with her passenger going like this, some girl. So I, like a psychopath, stood up through the sunroof, looked at both of them and said, I will fucking park my car here and we'll sit here till tomorrow before I let you hit my car or go out in front of me. And meanwhile, Brittany is yanking on me. Brady's yanking on me. They're both trying to yank on me. Like I'm going to get out of the car or something. But anyway, I think they were just embarrassed, which I don't blame them. I would have been embarrassed too. But made a point. They didn't get out. And the people behind us didn't let them out. So it was even better. Because they were going out of turn. Wasn't their turn. We got there back to the car fast earlier. You get in that line earlier, you get your spot. You get stuck in the parking spots you're in if you get back late from the concert. We boogied. We ran fast. We got back to the car quick, man. So we get the line. We get to go first. Oh, I wasn't there to be nice that night. Anyway, but the concert itself, man, did we have a good time. Oh, freestyling with the nice donation. Thank you so much, dude. He said, man, is it good to hear you. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, dude. Thanks, freestyling. Let me see here. I think I have some stuff I can actually play from that concert real quick. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Because I obviously can't play music on YouTube, but there is, here he is. Existing settings. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. This is the wrong one. What is this? This is not the right one. Did I pull the wrong one? Why is that one there? Oh, anyway. This was him a couple weeks ago. And I got to tell you, I think we got a little bit of this same thing. I kind of almost wish that this happened at mine, interestingly.
I'm gonna get real with y'all. This is the weirdest thing I've ever dealt with in my life. I cannot have my voice in this venue for some reason. And it happens every time, I don't know why. But you guys keep showing up year after year to see me put on a show. And, you know, I saw Luke Combs do this a couple years ago. When he was having a weird night on stage. And I said, you know what, that's pretty cool. So I don't give a damn. I'm gonna refund everybody their tickets tonight. And we're gonna keep doing the damn show, okay?
Okay. So.
We're just gonna make this what it is. I don't know why I've had to do this every time, but y'all can hear. So we're gonna make the most of it.
Saw a lot of that.
Let's do it.
All right, so leading up to this show, leading up to our show, we had seen that video. That was about, I don't know, I don't have the date on it, but a month ago, maybe, I think a month ago, and maybe 3 weeks ago. And he did that. He put that video got put out. He got sick and he refunded everybody's money at the show, wherever the AMP theater is. He refunded their tickets, but then continued to do the show. Pretty cool, actually. Following that show, he ended up canceling a few shows after that. So we started to get nervous that he was going to just cancel the whole show. We were worried he was going to just cancel the tour, in fact, because he was sounded pretty bad there. Turns out he just took off a couple weeks, and our show that we saw was the second show back live since he had canceled a few shows. And I gotta be honest with you, I was a little disappointed. I've seen Luke Bryan now. I think this was the 10th time. Excuse me, the 10th time I've seen him. And uh, I hate to say he let me down, but I was kind of let down by what I was witnessing and what I watched. Here's a short little clip of it. I think we could probably get away with playing a little bit of it, then I'm going to mute it. So here you go.
Throw a little money in the playing church. Had a few of them sitting in the tree. We'll watch their pencil marks in the grass in the yard. All go well with the truth about it.
All right, so yeah, I think I can get away with playing 15 seconds of it or something like that. Anyway, so that might not have been the best example. I had a better example, but for some reason I somehow missed it. But you guys heard in that other video while his voice was all gravelly and he sounded like that. That's what he sounded like at our show. He was really he was struggling. He didn't move around much. Normally he's moving all over the stage, side to side, running out into that front thing, playing the guitar, jamming, shaking his hips for all the ladies. And he just wasn't doing all that. He was kind of standing in one spot. He kept having us sing the lyrics to the song. You just see him. He just waved his hands there. Is because he would have to pause and cough and catch back up while we would have to sing part of the lyrics. He kept taking his hat off because I think he was hot because he was just getting overheated from whatever's going on with him. But his voice was just, he screwed up that set right there on the piano. He does like I think he was planning to play a Journey song and he screwed the Journey song up. It was bad. it was bad's the wrong word. The poor guy was trying so hard, but it was not what, like I said, I've seen 9 or 10 of them and he was, he put on quite a show. Here, not as much of a show. I would have liked a little bit more and I hate to say, I don't want him to say, I want to say I want him to reschedule, but I kind of feel like it would have been better to reschedule the show down the road. But I always run the risk when they do that he's going to reschedule it on a weekend or something, and I'm going to end up missing it. That's the cool thing about Luke Bryan concerts is it seems like when they come here, when he's at Blossom, they're usually during the week, like on a Thursday, so I don't have to worry about weddings interfering with them. But when he's at like Huntington Bank Field or something like that, like Angelina's going to see Morgan Wallen, I bet you that's on a weekend. Bet you that's a Friday or a Saturday, if I had to guess. Might not be. I'm just guessing. Cheers. I don't know if you guys are enjoying happy hour. I just cracked a brew dog. I finished my coffee and I just cracked the deli. So I hope you guys are enjoying some delis. We did at Blossom, of course, obviously. I got this really cool thing. I know people have them, but I've never really seen one before. Every time I go to like a parade or the beach or something, I lug a big heavy ass cooler with like the lid that pops on and off, or like then you got wheels and you can drag one, or you get the ones with like a styrofoam container and you lug that with all your ice and your beers and stuff or whatever to the beach. It's a big pain in the ass. And I hate doing that. It's really annoying. Well, at the last Blossom time in Chagrin, where they do a parade over Memorial Day weekend, I went and saw my family and watched the parade and stuff. And my sister had oh wow, Angelina said that Morgan Wallen's 4:30 on a Friday. There you go, exactly what I'm talking about. Weird timing. And I wouldn't be able to go probably because I'd end up being at a wedding. But anyway, back to Blossom time. I went to Blossom time for a parade, and normally I would have lugged a cooler with me, but I just didn't have time, so I just grabbed beers, and I found a 4-pack of Modelo's. It was crazy. 4-pack of Modelo's cans. So I bought that, and because I wasn't going to be there long, I was only going to have a couple, and I figured I'd be able to get the 4 down, or at least 3 of them down before they got too warm. I was also hoping somebody there might have a cooler I could use, and they did. But my sister also had a backpack with filled with ice, a backpack, And I said, what is this? How is this not leaking everywhere? And apparently, they make backpack coolers. I had no idea. Waterproof backpack coolers you can put ice in, or the one I found has these zipper pockets that you slide these ice, the frozen pouches in. You freeze them ahead of time and you slide them in. This thing fucking rules. It keeps everything super cold. It was 90 fucking degrees, and our beers were cold as ice. It was fantastic. So I highly recommend, if you don't have a backpack cooler, I got the Titan by Arctic Zone. I got it at Target. It was like $50. It was expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth every fucking penny. So I recommend getting one of those things. It really made my life so much easier. And so yeah, we took some beers, some Dr. Peppers, and Brittany had some High Noons. So the concert was a great time. We had a wonderful time there. We tailgated ahead of time, and I got to tell you, man, there were so many fucking teenagers there. It was unbelievable. The ratios or the percentage of teenagers to adults, there had to have been 75% teenagers, 25% adults. Just teenagers that like 16 to 19, there without their parents, tons of, all drinking underage, and all doing it so stupid too. Like, not like we brought beers, but we brought solo cups. You pour the beer in the solo cup in the Blossom parking lot. That's just what you do, because the mounted cops come walking by every once in a while. But these people next to us, these group of teenagers, were holding straight up cans of Miller Lite. They were chugging the bottle cans. They were just drinking those way out in the open. There was a group of girls drinking glass bottles of beer right out of the bottle. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, they didn't even try to hide it. They weren't even trying to hide it. It's just weird to me. Especially, and I know these people next to us were underage. There's no fucking way. Because I even said to Brady, I go, am I just old and think these people are really young? Or like, how old do you think these are, Brady? Because Brady's 16. He goes, oh, they're 17, maybe 18, because he knows from people around his age, you tell what they look like, I think, better than I could. So, based on their clothes and everything too. Speaking of clothes, Brady, God love him, he was wearing a gray t-shirt with black jeans, like Johnny Cash black jeans, and he had black cowboy boots. So this boy looked like a country boy. He had a Ford Bronco shirt on. He looked like if he'd had a cowboy hat on, he literally looked like he just came out of Yellowstone. He looked just like one of the, maybe not Yellowstone, because they're all super cowboys up there, but I don't know. He looked like a typical teenage cowboy kid. It was pretty funny. I loved it. Brittany thought he was really cute, and I thought he looked awesome. Looked awesome. He was almost taller than me with the heels on, or with the boots on, and with those heels. He claims he was a little taller. I don't think he was. We stood side by side, and I still think I'm taller. So, all right. Let's see here. What did I miss here? Oh, Gabriella says Brady was probably dying of heat. Actually, he said he wasn't. He was. He said his feet were hot, obviously, because of the boots he was wearing. But he said it wasn't too bad. But he might have been playing it cool, because I was hot. I had a breathable shirt on too. I wore like I have a Nike. You can't really tell they're breathable, but they're breathable, and it looks like a normal just black t-shirt. It's actually pretty sweet. But it breathes, and you could feel the wind blowing through it and everything. And like when I sweat, like look, I have fucking big sweat rings. Well, I had one at least. I thought I had sweat rings. I don't want that out in public, because I knew it was going to be hot. So I wore this black shirt that I know even when I sweat, you can't tell that I'm sweating, because it's black and it's like breathable. So it was a good day overall, even though Luke sounded pretty bad. We still had a great time. So, he's got a new song out, something about country song came on, and then there was another one. I don't know, something about a California last song in California or something. Just some of his new songs I'm not feeling. I got to be honest with you. I'm an older Luke fan, not a newer Luke fan. But I got a beer in my hands. Decent song. I like that song. But yeah, some of his newer stuff I'm not feeling as much. I kind of feel like he needs to take a break. He does American Idol. He had a Vegas show he was doing for a while. Plus he's touring. I feel as much as I love him and his art and his music. And if you think I'm lame for liking Luke Bryan, I don't give a fuck. I like what I like. It is what it is. I know he's for girls, but I don't know. The girl I fell for is really into him, and I naturally heard it all the time and somehow liked it. So we have a really, really, it's one of our favorite things to do together is to go see Luke. So yeah, I highly recommend if you like Luke Bryan, go see him. Even bad, it was still good. Speaking of bad things, Cleveland Browns cannot. We just talked about Brown Stadium. Cleveland Browns cannot catch a fucking break. They're just doomed. They're just doomed. I saw yesterday our second round draft pick from just this past year in the 2025 NFL draft, Quinshawn Judkins, was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor battery, a domestic crime, according to Sergeant David Soika of the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. Browns rookie running back Quinshawn Judkins' arrest occurred on Saturday after police had been called for a, quote, delayed battery, unquote, and then, quote, determined a battery had occurred, unquote. What the fuck does that mean? The arrest occurred after police had been called for a delayed battery and then determined a battery had occurred? What the fuck does that even mean? Anyway, 9 a.m. in the morning, they found Quinshawn Judkins and arrested him. And now he's facing misdemeanor battery and touch or strike / battery / domestic violence. Boy, that's a really weird news story. In a statement from the Cleveland Browns, they told the Akron Beacon Journal that the team was aware of the incident. They're aware and gathering information, quote. And I guess his initial court appearance was scheduled for this morning, but I have not gotten an update on what happened for that. Let's see, was arrested on. Let's see if they have an update here in the news story. CBS News Miami reported on Sunday that the judge at the bond hearing ordered that Judkins have no contact with the woman who's accusing him and that he's not allowed to have access to firearms. He left the Broward County Jail on Sunday afternoon. Okay, there you go. So, this guy, out of all the people at our camp, apparently had the best, was having like, he was just blowing up. People are like, because we lost Nick Chubb, our great running back, that, you know, people loved here. He's adored here in Cleveland. So they went out and got a guy from Ohio State. What better to help to fill the gap of Nick Chubb from a public relations standpoint than an Ohio State running back? It's just like, oh, Nick Chubb, who? If the guy plays well. And which is hard to, because nobody's going to forget Nick Chubb, but you get the point that it'll fill that gap with people being like, oh, where's Nick Chubb? Why'd you get rid of Chubb? And then they're like, well, now at least we got somebody from Ohio State. Cool. So that was a good pickup because he was fucking good. He's explosive. He's quick. He's got big playability. And then this happened. And he had a great camp from what I heard. He was doing great. He hadn't signed his rookie contract yet because he was, he knows how good he's doing. So he was holding out to make a little bit extra money. Not holding out like not going to camp, but just, hadn't signed his rookie contract yet. So now I wonder what that means, not having signed his contract, where he goes from here. What does that mean? Does he lose? Does he not have, could the Browns just totally cut ties with him without any repercussions as far as contract stuff? I'm assuming without him signing a contract, they could just be like, you're screwed, dude. We don't want you. We don't want anything to do with you. Um, that's an interesting notion right there. So we'll have to see how that turns out for the Browns. I'm a little concerned that we're not going to have a running back at this point. If we don't have a fucking running back, so hold on one second. I'm trying to put my phone on mute so you guys don't have to keep hearing it ringing. I keep getting spam calls. Are you guys tired of these spam calls, by the way? They're out of control. They're out of control. It's so weird now. I'm getting spam calls that now they say that what does it say on there? I know there's the possible spam ones. I've gotten those before. But what does it say? Like one of them pops up and actually says telemarketer now as their caller ID. Not like my Verizon thing is giving me a heads up that it's spam or whatever. It literally just says telemarketer or probable spam. That's the one that my Verizon filter catches, and it says probable spam. But the other one is weird because it actually says like I'm spam as their fucking whatever caller ID. So Angelina says, are you doing a fantasy league this season? I think I will probably do a fantasy league. I did notice before the show started. By the way, those of you who have been emailing me, I really apologize for not calling you, or excuse me, emailing you back. I've just been, I just didn't want to deal with any kind of anything. I didn't want to answer anybody. I didn't want to have to deal with talking about the show or thinking about it. I just wanted to have a complete, I needed a break, dude. I've been doing this thing between the old show and this. I've been doing homework, guys. That's the problem. I hate homework. I have to do 2+ hours a lot of times of homework before, and I've said this before, so I'm not like complaining, but I have to do homework before the show starts. And every time I'm watching the news or anything else, I'm trying to remember everything I'm watching to be able to talk about it too. So I'm not just sitting there enjoying content. I'm trying to absorb it so I can talk about it. So it's been nice to just literally just enjoy stuff and watch it, which is funny because the thing I love the most, Superman, I couldn't help. I needed to talk about it. So it's part of why we're here. So Disaster says, the YouTube burnout. It was just general content creation burnout from doing it on the show for so long, on the old show, and then on this show. So Michael K says, teenage girls there, going back to Blossom. He goes, I bet Rover would have loved that. I think he spent a little too much time with Susan's daughter at some point. Believe me, something's going to come out about that guy. He's weird. I think he's just a normal dude, man. I don't know about that whole Gia thing. I never cared about it. It's been such a non-issue to me, whether he is or isn't the daughter. It would obviously, or the father, obviously it would be weird, but I'm so done talking about it. It's such a weird thing to even go back to. But yeah, there were some young girls there for sure. And they were dressed very inappropriately. Made it very hard to keep your eyes to yourself. It was very, I mean, I had to make a concerted effort to not be a creep. I mean, there was just no way. There was just no, because they're literally in a pile of them in the car next to us with like skirts with their asses hanging out. You couldn't help but, I mean, you can't help but see it. It was right fucking there. And we're fucking sitting in our tailgates. And we're all like, we're cockeyed staring at our car. And you can see that right out of the corner of your eye. You're like, Jesus Christ. Brittany was all like, she wanted, I saw this older woman walk by and just look at them and just like, ugh, just in disgust of what these little girls were walking around in. Yeah, there were some trampy girls there. And then I yelled at B1 and said, why don't you dress like that? And she goes, well, I'm not young anymore. And I said, I don't give a shit how old you are. And she goes, well, Brady's here. I said, all right, I guess I'll give you that one. If you don't want to dress all sexy there, because Brady's there, I get it. So then I told Brady, you're not coming to these concerts anymore. Guys, another thing that happened recently that you guys know me, while I play a lot of internet videos, I'm not the biggest fan of internet videos. I actually find them to be, usually for the most part, really fucking boring. Even the ones that everybody thinks are great, I usually find them to be pretty fucking boring. And I can barely make it through them. B1 tries so hard to give me things to look at, and I either just don't watch them because I just can't, I don't care, or I just don't care. It's not against her, nothing against her. She's got good taste. She sometimes has good videos, but for the most part, internet videos suck for me. I don't find them to be that great. I do love, like, Back It Up Terry. The classic is one I love, Back It Up Terry. It's the best. It's great. Internet, I watched it on 4th of July. Made me smile. I watch it every year on the 4th of July. So big ups to Back It Up Terry. See, they do a parade with him in it now, which is even better. But I recently came across an internet video that made me so, it was just so good. It's so good. It gave me such pleasure watching it because there's nothing I hate more than waiting. I fucking hate waiting. I don't like lines. I don't like lines. I hate waiting for stuff. I think I've probably told you guys this before. And there's a video that came out a few weeks ago, and I know you guys have seen it, but I obviously just got, I haven't been live, so I haven't been able to talk about it, but the video, anyway, when I don't like waiting for things. So when you're waiting in golf, if you're stuck behind a slow play, it's very frustrating. And I usually not on that end of it. I'm usually the slow player who lets people play through. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, when you play golf, there are usually people in front of you playing, and there are usually people behind you playing. Okay? So you're constantly keeping track of where each of them are. If the group in front of you is playing very slow, you could, playing slow meaning like literally physically taking forever to take their shot, get to their ball, take the next shot, like, you know, they're finding their ball. They're just taking forever to get through the hole because they're not hitting it right in the fairway, getting 3-4 straight easy shots in. So if you're bad golfers that are taking forever, you like, so say these people, they're slow in front of us, you literally can walk up and go, hey guys, do you mind if we play through? Let us cut you because you're so fucking slow and bad. And that also can happen to you. You know, while I'm playing, I've had people say, hey, you guys mind if we play through? I don't mind. We're terrible. Go ahead. But when you get stuck waiting behind somebody and they won't let you play through, or they don't, it's like a courtesy thing. Like, you know you're slow. So you say to the people behind you, hey guys, we got a guy, he's hitting in the rough, he's hitting in the bunker every shot. Go ahead and play through. Okay? So you do that. But there are dickheads out there who don't let you play through. They don't care if they're not very good. They don't care if they're taking their time at the tee box. They don't care if they're fucking putting around on the putting green. They're putzing around on the putting green. They don't care. They just take their sweet time. Well, this sort of thing with a person who wouldn't let faster golfers play through happened at a golf resort in Alberta, Canada. This is in Alberta, Canada, at the Alberta Springs Golf Resort. It's northwest of Red Deer, Alta, somewhere in Canada. This is one of the greatest internet videos of all time for many reasons, as far as I'm concerned. One, it's really funny. It's hilarious. The accents on these guys from Canada is so good. I love a good Canadian accent. So hearing Canadian people argue is really funny to me. I laughed really hard. I probably won't laugh as hard now because I've seen it 6 or 7 times already. So hearing Canadian dudes argue, really, really funny. So we'll just pick up with that. And then, of course, like I said, I'm sure you guys have seen this. But if you've not seen this video, you're going to see one of the most alpha, badass things I may have ever seen in my life. And again, this is at Alberta Springs Golf Resort in Canada a couple weeks ago. Play.
Drive the fuck up there or you're going to get booted the fuck out of here.
Okay, so just for a little context, let's talk about who's who in this video. Okay, so we got 4 people involved in this video right now. We can only see 2 of them, but there's a third person obviously holding the camera, right? Okay, so those are the 3 people that you're seeing right there. The 2 people on screen right now. God damn, this shirt is so loose. It keeps falling down. The microphone's driving me fucking crazy. The 2 people we're seeing on screen right now, the guy in the white shirt and the guy in the purplish shirt, they're together. Those are the slow players on the golf course. Now, the guy holding the camera is teammates with another guy. There are 4 guys involved here, 2 twosomes of men, of golfers. Now, guy holding the camera is on the fast playing team. Another guy we can't see right now is off camera, is also on the fast playing team. So we got those 2 guys versus these 2 dudes on camera right now. There we go.
Drive the fuck up there or you're going to get booted the fuck out of here.
we're fine.
Enough.
Okay, that voice you heard is the guy who's off screen right now. We're going to see him come on screen. Now, his name is Nick Tarnasky.
You're not a tough guy. Hurry up. I'll fucking promise you that. Hurry up.
He's pretty tough.
Not that fucking
No, he's
tough.
not.
Not that fucking
He's not.
tough.
Okay, so they're going back and forth about who's tough and who's not tough. Now, I'm going to say the person that's off screen is probably pretty tough. Nick Tarnasky is his name.
He's not tough.
That might be familiar to you. It might be not familiar to you. We'll talk about a little bit more where he's from, why you might know him.
Oh, he's pretty tough.
Not
He's
that
not tough.
fucking tough.
You're not tough.
Hey,
You're not tough.
Let's get going.
Get going.
Or you can...
So the guy in the white shirt was going, he's pretty tough. He's pretty tough. Like you want to, like you don't want any of my buddy in the purple shirt. He's pretty tough is what the guy in the white shirt's saying in his Canadian accent, which I can't imitate. You guys know I can't do accents. And
Play
then,
behind us all and you can take all the fucking time you want.
literally
This is
golf.
fucking
You're not
embarrassing.
tough.
This is golf. This is not
Yeah,
golf.
it's not.
You can stand there
golf,
15
man.
fucking minutes.
You
That's
can't
not
even.
golf.
You guys can't even stand
Stand
and tee your ball up now.
He's teeing it up, man. That's fine. He's not teeing it up. He's standing
Do
there.
you
like a
need to get
fucking moron.
the police out here?
No, we don't need police. We're not.
Okay, then let's get going here.
Let's go. Pick your shit up and get going. This is not fun. We're what? I'm gonna throw him in this fucking lake. Is what's gonna happen.
foreshadowing.
No, fuck you both. This is fucking bullshit.
And that's Nick
He's been
yelling.
there for fucking 23 minutes.
I'll cry about it. Fucking cry about it.
I'm going to.
Fucking cry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
fucking
You
cry about
fucking pussy.
I'm a pussy.
Like, fucking cry about it.
Cry about it.
I don't give a fuck.
Like badly.
Good. Let's
Fucking
fucking
badly.
go, man.
Buddy, you don't want to go me. You don't
No.
want to go.
I love that. Ho, ho, ho. And that weird. How do you do? Like normally we're like, ho, ho, ho. But there, he does it in this silly accent.
You don't want to go me. You don't
I love that.
like badly.
Good. Let's
Fucking
fucking
badly.
go, man.
Let's fucking go, man.
Buddy, you don't want to go me. You don't
No,
want to go.
I'm not filming this. I'm not stopping. No. You guys need to get off the golf course.
Let's fucking go.
No, now.
Now everybody has seen a guy do that before, right? Where you see a guy get fucking fired up. Like this was me in the Wolverine. Like this was what I'm fucking acting like in my bedroom, scared to death, afraid that I'm gonna get murdered in my own home. And the gun story I was talking about earlier. That's the crazy yelling I was doing. And now we've all seen a guy do this before in a fight. And I'm going to be honest with you. Usually when I see somebody doing that, like, it makes me not want to fight because I feel bad for them because they're embarrassing themselves. Because usually when somebody is acting like that, they're doing it because, just like I was afraid, he's trying to out crazy the other guy to scare him off. He's like, and I've done this before, like in incidents where like and it's worked, where I've out crazied people who I think are gonna fucking beat my ass. I out crazy them and make them think this guy's nuts. So I think that's what this guy in the purple is trying to do. He's trying to out crazy him and trying to like make him think that he's not going to fight him. But then he does this.
Oh, you guys need to get off the golf course.
Yeah, we will, man.
No, now. Like, pack up, go now. Get in the car and go.
I don't know what you're doing. You're not scaring anybody. You're just making yourself.
Hey, man. Come on, man.
Okay. Now we finally get this guy on screen.
Hey.
I fucking told you.
Man, leave him alone.
You want another?
He
You
just
want one
fucking
too?
came at me.
Leave him alone, man.
Here we go. Best shit ever. Here we go.
Hey.
You want to fucking go, guys?
Leave him alone. Hey, leave him.
I don't know if you heard that, guys. I don't know if you heard it. I have the audio turned all the way up. Let me turn it all the way up so you guys can hear the coolest thing I've ever seen. One of the most badass things I've ever seen happen in any fight, in any internet video, in anything I've seen maybe in person. One of the most badass things in the world. This was so awesome.
Leave him alone, man.
I got it all on record.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Listen
I got it all on
closely.
record.
Bang! Bang!
You want to fucking go, guys?
Leave him alone. Hey.
He's saying, he's like a comic book. He's narrating himself like a fucking comic book would, like it's bang pow, like when Batman punches the Joker and the thing says next to him, bang! Or like he's literally doing it. He's narrating a comic book as he's punching the guy. It's so fucking awesome. And it's also awesome because he was literally warning the guy, both guys had warned him, you don't want to do this. You are not tough. You don't want to do this. And then the guy who's being the aggressive asshole just gets a beating. It's so good. It's the levels of awesomeness on this video are just so good. And guys, it's not over there.
Hey.
You want to fucking go, guys?
Leave him alone. Hey, leave him alone.
You too?
I wouldn't be going back, you fucking moron.
Hey.
Bang!
Come on, man.
Bang! Enough! Are you still cheering?
Okay, so he's warned him. I'm done with you. You gotta stop. I'm done with you. Then this is what happens. This is so awesome.
Get out!
Get the fuck out of here.
Enough!
How fucking far he throws this guy, and listen to the thud.
Get out!
Hey.
Enough!
Hey. Leave him.
Get him the fuck out of here!
No, it's not gonna go well.
It's not okay.
Take him home or get him fucking out of here. Fucking get moving! I said
All right.
stop looking like an idiot!
All right, it goes on a little bit further from there. I thought I grabbed the whole video, but apparently I have the one where it cuts off right there. But the guy in the purple keeps trying to go back and get this dude right here, the drunk guy that got his ass beat. They slowly push these two guys back towards the carts, and the guy in the purple then runs back up to the tee box, gets the golf club, starts putting it in the other guy's golf bag. So then they come up and push him away again. And then it looks like the guy who's getting his ass beat is about to pull out a golf club, and he's going to hit him with the golf club. So it looks like it's about to escalate again, but then the one dude got involved. The one in the white kind of stopped it. And so that was one of the greatest internet videos I've ever seen, guys. I don't know about you, but goddamn, that was so good. One of the most badass things I've ever seen. I mean, my fucking God. He's literally banging. He's saying bang while he punches the guy. Alpha shit, dude. Alpha shit right there. Now, the guy who got his ass beat actually has come out. Nobody knew where he was for the longest time, or what he was, or who he was. But he has come out and he's released a video. And I got to be honest with you, I think we found out where Dieter's been. I hate to say that, but I think we found out where he's been. No, I'm just kidding. That's obviously not Dieter, and I hate to make jokes about it, but he does look similar to our old friend that nobody's seen for a long time. But this guy's name, I think his name is Trevor Ogilvie. At least that was his name on TikTok, where they credited this video. I found that video from like Nuclear Golf or something, and they credited. I found this video from Nuclear Golf, and Nuclear Golf credited a guy named Trevor.ogilvy.94 on Instagram, who is now private. So I'm not sure if he went public for a minute or whatever, or one of his friends outed him. I'm not really sure. So here's the guy that got his ass beat talking about the incident.
It's around the goal.
I got it all in.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh, God damn it.
That's me, guys. The guy that got dropped like a bucket of balls in a pond. Not my finest moment, I know. Looks real bad. Played 36 holes of golf. We drank way too much, and my mouth ran faster than my brain. All jokes aside, guys, I'd like to apologize to all the folks on the course, anyone caught up in it, and anyone who had to deal with me that day. I lost my cool, and I've learned from it. Just one of those days where you should have kept the cart on the path, you know. Stay hydrated, keep your stick on the ice, maybe stick to 18.
Stick to 18 instead of 36 holes. That's a lot of drinking, 36 holes. You can drink a lot of fucking beers across 36 holes, and you're walking out there in the sun. Okay. Now, he did say keep your stick on the ice, and that might have something to do. That's a funny little message that he put in there. Because the guy that beat his ass, Nick Tarnavsky, or however the fuck you say his name, is a former NHL player. Like I said, I know most of you guys have probably already seen that video and probably already know that. But if you didn't know, that's why that guy is the badass that he is. He can fight. He's literally got paid to fight for years. And he was known as an enforcer from what I read. So this guy, this drunk idiot on a golf course, literally the only person that could be worse to pick a fight with might be an MMA fighter or a professional boxer. A professional MMA fighter, not some guy in like normal ring or, you know, around the corner ring. Pro MMA fighter or a hockey player. That's a bad scene. That's a bad scene. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up. We've been rolling here for a minute, so I think probably going to wrap things up here. See if I have anything else. Anything else going on? Nope, just flies everywhere. Fucking flies everywhere. Driving me crazy. All right, ladies, gentlemen, appreciate you guys coming to hang out today. I think that's going to wrap things up for today's show. Gabriella says, thanks for the show. Ryan Williams says, love you, dumb. Thank you guys all for coming. All of you, if you have your notifications on and you guys were, that's why you're coming in watching. Thank you for keeping your notifications on for all this time. If you spread the word to each other around through either through Discords or however you guys communicate with each other, thank you for spreading the word. I appreciate that. Angelina, love you too. I'm glad to be back. Irish Ronnie said, come back soon, brother. Like I said, guys, I believe, no, I don't want to promise any set schedule or anything like that, or any set time or any set days or anything like that. It's just going to be pretty casual. The show's going to be pretty casual too. I'm not going to get, one thing I did have happen. I don't think I can do any eating challenges anymore. I know that sucks to hear, but I might not be able to do any anymore. I have been having problems swallowing food and liquid too, swallowing liquid. And I had a couple incidents at like a wedding. This happened at a wedding where I took a bite of food and I go to swallow and it goes to, like, I feel it go down, but then I feel like it gets stuck like right here. And then like I'm trying to get it down, and then I drank some water to try to push it, like help it get down or whatever. And it like the water will hit that spot, and then all of a sudden it comes back up like reverse pressure, like fucking Goonies. So I actually literally, thank God this happened. I was behind the DJ booth when this happened, but I literally had to bend over and hide and go. I went and like sprayed water all over the place, and like food came up with it. It was like, not a throw up because it was the food I chewed. Like I never even got it into my stomach to throw it up or whatever. I guess it still counts as a throw up. But I been having these issues, so I was like, and then it happened again without any food. It happened with just beer. I went to go take a sip of beer at the bar. Oh, by the way, I do karaoke on Wednesday nights at the Parma Pit Stop from 10 to 1. So if you're live around here, and you would like to come have some fun with me, every Wednesday night at the Parma Pit Stop from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. we do karaoke. We have a good time, got a good group there. It's a fun little dive bar, cheap drinks. They got a good kitchen. They have a really good kitchen, actually. I was like super surprised how good the food is. They got really good pizza. I mean, it's like bar food. I'm not going to it's not gourmet food by any means or anything like that. But for bar food, very good. Very good pizza. The buffalo chicken pizza's bomb. I had a Philly that was really good. So yeah, the food there's really good. The drinks are cheap. The bartender's really nice. Her name's Gia. She's really cute. So got nice big boobs and all that good stuff. She likes showing them. So good stuff for you guys. If you want to come in and see us at the Parma Pit Stop Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. If you forget what day it is, you can always go look on my Instagram at ADS. I didn't put it on my Sean Street Entertainment one because I do weddings and stuff, and the little flyer I made, I can actually show you guys real quick. Let me just show you. Why not? Why talk about it when I can show it? Hold on one sec. Here it is. You guys might have seen it for a sec when I popped up that page earlier, but here it is. There it is. So this is the flyer I made for it. I thought it was it was pretty good. I think I'm gonna get these printed, and hang them up in the bar, because there's some people, because they do karaoke like a few nights a week there. But so yeah, that's the flyer I made for it. Karaoke night with Dom, Parma Pit Stop, corner Ridge and Pearl. Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that. It is really easy to get to too. If it's right off the freeway, it's literally a 2-minute drive off the freeway, in Parma. You just get off the freeway and it's at the corner of Ridge and Pearl. Really easy to get to. It's not, yeah, it's super simple to get to. So I don't remember the address. It's like 5388 Ridge or something like that. So yeah, come hang out there with me on Wednesday nights. What the hell else was I just going to talk about that reminded me of that? Shit, what the hell was I just going to say before that? Oh, I was still talking in my throat. That's right. So I do karaoke. I went to go drink a beer. And when I drank the beer, same thing happened. I took a sip and it went like, it felt like the liquid stopped. And then I went to go I was like, oh, maybe there's a bubble or something. So I went to go let the bubble out, and then same thing happened. Just like and I can't hold it back. It's like pressure that just makes it go. So that happened at the bar, and unfortunately everybody saw that. So that was really fucking embarrassing, because it was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks after I had started doing it. I've been doing it for a minute now, but I was like 3 or 4 weeks after I started. And then from there, I then decided I need to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, and they had me go. I got a colonoscopy and an endoscopy in the same day, because I was just due for a colonoscopy, and they said it'd be easier to do them both at the same time. So I did that, and it was pretty funny when I told my son that I was getting ready to go do that. He goes, well, make sure they don't use the same camera for both, which I thought was pretty clever, pretty witty for a 13-year-old to come up with. Thankfully, they didn't use the same camera. I did have a problem going under for anesthesia, and I had warned the lady ahead of time that I'm a avid cannabis user, and I usually have a hard time with anesthesia. And she said, okay, and then proceeded to not give me enough anesthesia to knock me out. And when they put the camera down my throat, I started gagging on the camera, and that was really a horrible experience. And I was kind of half in, half out while it was happening. So all I remember is they're shoving this thing down my throat. So I know how girls in porn feel right now. So it was, they did the test and I got the results, and it turns out I have this thing called a Shotsky ring. Shotsky ring. I don't know how to spell it. Shotsky ring. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. Okay, there it is. So this is what I'm dealing with right now, and it's a little blurry, but it should give you an idea. All right, so that's your esophagus, obviously, and right where my stomach and my esophagus meet, which is exactly where I have the pain, is where this thing is at. And it's basically just like scar tissue, they say, that develops on the inside of your esophagus, and it creates this ring that essentially cuts off your esophagus a little bit. And right now, I'm okay, even though I'm having issues, but I will have to eventually go back in and have a small balloon put in there to dilate it. Now, I don't know if that means, I didn't get too far into it because they said I don't need it right now. But Gabriella says, maybe you need your throat stretched. That's literally exactly what I have to do. I guess it's the bottom of my throat if we're talking the bottom of the esophagus, but I need my throat stretched. And it's funny because I went to, we used to make fun of my old pal Charlie on the old show because when he first started on the show, one of the, and I think he drinks lots of beer now, and I don't know what changed it, but he wouldn't drink beer because he had a swallowing problem. He couldn't swallow beer, and like he had to have swallowing lessons and all this shit before. But now he drinks beer and everything. And the first thing I did after, because I had to go take also a barium test, which was really neat to watch, where I had to swallow barium in different levels of viscosity. So it would be a real thin swallow, and they have a camera that actually follows you, an x-ray that goes down your stomach. It starts at your throat and they move it as you swallow, and it follows down the barium, so you can see from the side. It's a side shot, and you actually physically watch it go down. It's pretty crazy. And then you like eat food and swallow with some barium on it and swallow that, and they track it and everything. It was a pretty, it wasn't that bad. People say that barium stuff is the worst. It was just a little chalky. It was, I don't know. Mine was like sour apple flavor, so it wasn't terrible. But yeah, they figured out I have the Shotsky ring. I'm swallowing okay. I have no issues with my actual mechanical swallowing thing, but that Shotsky ring, it looks like I'm going to eventually have to get it dilated and blown up. Let's actually see what that looks like. Shotsky ring dilation. Let's see what that looks like. Ew, this doesn't look good. So this is essentially what they're going to be doing, which, I mean, it makes sense. So there's the ring up above my esophagus. So the bottom is their stomach, obviously, and then you go up a little bit. It's supposed to be closed there. That's some kind of sphincter right there. And then above it, it should just be as wide as that thing at the top, but it narrows. And now they're going to have to put in a balloon and widen that sucker out. Now, I don't know how it works, though. Like, do they just put it in and it can't stay there because then it can't swallow. So does it work if you put it in, it just stretches it back out, and we just stay under for an hour? You knock me out for an hour and it just sits there and it stretches us out or something? I don't know. Do they put a piece of plastic in there or something and keep it open? I don't know. I didn't, like I said, I didn't learn enough about it yet because I don't want to do it. But it looks like I'm going to have to do it one of these days. So that's the bad news, guys, is I'm like, you guys, I think you probably saw a few of the times where we were doing the eating challenges, or I'd be like, I think food's getting stuck. And I always just assumed it was because I'm eating such massive amounts of food at a time. And it turns out that the eating challenges, they didn't confirm officially that it was, they weren't like, yes, those eating challenges caused it. But I said, you know, I used to do these eating challenges on my YouTube show where I would eat a lot of food at one time. Could that have anything to do with it? And they're like, well, it could have something to do with it, but we really think it's more caused by acid. So I'm on this medication now that's supposed to reduce acid and help fix this Shotsky ring. I don't know if it fixes it or just keeps the acid down so it doesn't get worse. I'm not really sure, but I just take it. I've never had an acid problem that I knew of either. Like it doesn't I don't cough up acid or get like acid reflux or anything like that. So it probably, so I guess it's just bubbling up. What's that? Do I have a stain on this shirt? What is that? Are you fucking kidding me? Been sitting here with a dirty ass shirt this whole time? Oh, it's embarrassing. Sorry, guys. Fucking slob. Anyway, yeah, it would get stuck here. Now I'm fucked. So, probably can't do any more eating challenges. But you know what? Fuck the rules. You guys know how I am. I usually don't like rules, so I'll probably end up doing another eating challenge eventually, one of these days. So, all right. That's going to wrap things up for us tonight here on Another Dumb Show, or this afternoon, I guess it would be, or getting into this evening. Oh, no, it is this evening now, officially at this point. So, Gabriella says, don't do any more eating challenges until I get it stretched. I guess maybe I'll just call Charlie over, man. He could really stretch me out, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys. I thank you guys all for coming to hang out tonight. I want all of you guys, everybody who has remained a official League of Dummies member or a Super League of Dummies member or a Team Dumb member, whatever you guys are. Thank you guys for sticking around for all this time. You guys didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate you doing it. Those of you who have kept your notifications on, thank you so much. Spread the word around to the rest of the rest of the league that hasn't been around for a while. Let them know. No, I'm going to be back every once in a while, so make sure they have their notifications turned on because that's the most important thing right now because no set schedule. You know what I'm saying? So kind of nice and easy, casual. But again, like I said, it's a little bit easier or 100% easier for me to fire everything up right now. I literally just have like one thing to pull out. And honestly, I don't necessarily have to even, I could probably leave it out for most of the time and then occasionally pull it out. I don't know. We'll see how it works. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for coming to hang out here on Another Dumb Show, episode number 274. I hope you guys have a good rest of the evening and weekend. And I hope you have a great work week this week and you make lots of money and you stay out of trouble and you have good fortune. And that's going to wrap things up for us. I'm out of here. Where's that at? Hold on, I lost the buttons that I got to do. I forget how to run this thing. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, I'm out of here. See you.